can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting.
Boobenstein does New Vegas.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, gross atomic waste. From deep within the core, gross atomic waste.
Hello and welcome to the 530th edition of the Fallout feed. I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout folks. Tonight, I've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Greets, everybody. I'm over here flocking.
And I've got Ray, too. What's up, Ray?
Hello, hello.
And tonight on the show, we are kicking off a new Roundtable season. That's the screaming crowd in the background. Season, what is it, Jess? Like 17 or something?
Season 17. There's
Season
even
17.
an official schedule, so now it is officially 17.
Officially 17, so we'll start rolling up our sleeves and digging into all this a little bit. So we'll do our gameplay off the top. We sort of got some characters rolled, and we'll talk about what we've been doing early in game. We also want to check in and see if Ray and Jess did some other gaming besides just in the Fallout world. I've prepared, if need be, we've got a couple of game time things we can dip into, but really the majority should probably be this roundtable stuff. So let's check into see where everyone's standing with it. You know, everyone gets real excited at the beginning of the season and rushes through and beats half the damn game. So we'll just see how far along people. Ray's probably already on the strip. He's probably throwing his, I would say caps. They're not. What are they now? I guess they're still caps. But we've got like the. I almost said dinars. What there's
Sunset
like
Sarsaparilla. You got more sarsaparilla in there. Yeah.
Sunset Sarsaparilla. You've got
The
like
Legion Denarius.
there you go. Some Legion stuff. Some NCR.
No.
There's all these different things now, and it's a different world, and I need you guys to reteach me what is going on. The world is different now. All right, New Vegas. Also, iguana bits. A little bit of news and shouts if we think of any on the way out the door. So why don't we go ahead and roll right into it, just see what everyone's getting into. Hey, Jess, did you have a chance to play any video games? I know you were tinkering with stuff a lot this week.
I did a lot of tinkering. I had a lot of stuff keeping me from the video games, but I played some. First of all, I can officially announce I have stopped sucking. I am finally able to play Ball X Pit. Like, I was saying last week that I was playing for 2 weeks in a row, and I was no good at it. I was just addicted. It'd been like 5 or 6 hours. Well, finally, like the last 3-4 hours, I actually got good.
Just wait till next week.
Oh my God, I'm going to be a god. I am going to be the god of Ball X Pit. No, but I found out, and, probably not news to other people, but if you shoot at an angle in a block-breaking game, you can get more done, which... I was trying to do like path of efficiency for the ball because the way it works when your ball bounces back, you got to catch it and shoot it again. And I'm like, the quicker the ball comes back to me, the quicker I could shoot it again. This is smart strategy. But it turns out with some characters and styles, if you shoot at an angle and you can get behind the blocks and it just starts bouncing really fast behind him and breaking the blocks, that's really good strategy too. So yeah, I'm over 10 hours into this weird ass game now, but I'm enjoying it still. It's really fun. And then besides that, I just played some Fallout New Vegas, but really what I did this week was, I edited the last episode and then I finished the character randomizer. So some people don't realize that the character randomizer is live now, but the new character randomizer is live, but it's not connected on our website. Rather, it is in the show notes for last week's episode. So if you listen on your podcatcher of choice, or the YouTube show notes or wherever you listen, however you listen, click on it, it's in there. And it's much better. I had some animation. The Fallout feed glows now. It like glows and blinks. And it's
episode 529 if you're looking for this in the future.
Yes, episode 529, exactly. One less than the current episode. Math. and it does little things like when you're clicking and it spins, it does like contacting Mr. House, trading in my Legion Denarius on the strip, stuff like that. So little things to let you know what's thinking. But
I'm just going to open it back up and play with it all day now. I'm not even going to.
It still likes, Sterling. It still likes Thorn. It still likes Corva. Like it has these favorite names, but it now has a memory buffer. So when you roll multiple times, it starts, it doesn't repeat. So that was a little work to get working, but that's working now. So I did that. And then, of course, finished the schedule. So y'all, I hope you're ready to play some New Vegas because we are going to be playing from, well, last weekend until June. It's a 7-month round table.
Whoa.
But, that was important because even though we try to keep them to 10 to 12 episodes, which ends up being, 20 to 24 because of feedback episodes, this one we're going 15 episodes because 2 reasons. First of all, well, we're doing the DLC too. We're doing main quest and DLC. It's not like just a DLC focused roundtable or just a main quest roundtable. And also, people wanted to avoid a Mothership Zeta situation. Isn't that right, Andrew?
I don't even know what it's called. I was just like, we tried to do that Aliens one, and one day it took me like 15 hours, and like I allotted like 6 to do it, And Jesse's like, "Oh, Andrew, they only take 2 to 4 hours to do. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh."
I mean, I believe I was
15
reasonable.
hours
It said
later.
5 to 7, but maybe 10.
Yeah, it
for
took me at
some.
least twice as long as I feel like it should have. I don't know what I was doing. If I was playing on max difficulty, I don't even know what it's called in New Vegas. Is it survival? It's not survival. Hardcore? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's hardcore, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Now I'm suddenly not remembering, but I believe it's hardcore.
So I don't know if I was playing that or I doubt it
Mothership
because
Zeta is just tough. No, I think you were on normal or hard, and Mothership Zeta it kicks it up a notch, even for near the end of the round
it
table.
just took forever. And I feel like I was doing that thing where there was just one doorway somewhere that I was missing, and I was doing the same fucking loop over and over and
Yeah,
over
you did.
and over
You did
and
get a
over
loop
and
for a while.
over and
I forgot
over.
about that.
And just like when you get stuck in that, it's like your brain shuts down. You don't see that, even though it's staring you in the fucking face, you don't see the thing you're supposed to use as your clue to get out of there. But anyway,
they
sorry.
do pretty good with signposting, but those alien ships, they can be rough. And so
I don't
here's
read
the
their
basic-
language. It's so hard.
Like it just says like North Road.
How do you
Mill
say
Road. But it's an
exit?
alien language.
Yeah, how do you say
Exactly.
exit in Xenon? No, what language is
It's
it?
not Zeta.
Zeta. I said Xenon.
So for the general layout of the round table, it's like I said, 15 episodes. But for the DLC, we're going to try to do Honest Hearts in just one episode, which is reasonable for Honest Hearts. No big deal. And it's right around the Christmas break because we are taking the 26th off the day after Christmas. We probably will not be airing, or if we do, it's not on the schedule. And then we're also just doing one for Lonesome Road because nobody wants to get stuck on that road for too long. And then we're doing 2 episodes for Old World Blues and 2 episodes for Dead Money. The first one to avoid a Mothership Zeta situation. Also just enjoy it because Old World Blues is fun and there's a lot to see, a lot of people to talk to. And then Dead Money is dead last because when Andrew throws his controller or can't find his way out, we don't want to have to
no.
try to then make him get back to the dam.
See, I don't think I've done this one yet, and now you guys are already like prepping me in that. Oh, you're gonna hate it.
It's not till June, and you might not.
Oh,
I mean,
it's not until the
honestly,
future. You can hate it then.
Opinions vary. Opinions do vary.
You can listen to Pat's Let's Play of it.
That's
It's true. Back in 2019 or something. Who knows?
2018 probably at that point, right?
Wow. Yeah.
We have John with us tonight who's currently been listening to some of Pat's Let's Plays
Oh,
in New Vegas as the New Vegas season is just kind of about halfway through, late 2017.
that's great.
Yeah. What was the character's name? Ford?
Yes,
Ford was definitely one of them. He did right.
Ford and Arthur, but Ford was the one in New
Arthur.
Vegas, right?
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Lonesome Roads, roads. I don't think I'd ever noticed it before. Maybe I just didn't have DLCs loaded last time I played, but I found like the entrance to it, it looks like, where it's just like sort of a bus parked sideways across a canyon entrance. And they have like scrawled graffiti on the side of the bus, like Courier
Yes.
6, come get us, go fuck yourself, like all sorts of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, are we sort of like a unknown character in the game, like, or are we notorious, like, I feel like that's a little too much. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing: by the end of the game,
But we're not there
because-
yet. Have it load
No,
in
well,
when we get there. You know?
and that's what I'm saying. So we're not. But that bus is also not for the masses. That is not something everybody knows or everyone's aware of. That's a very specific targeted at you thing from the character you're going to meet that you
Really?
will probably find insufferable.
Oh
in
no!
Lonesome.
Then don't put it right
Road.
across from goddamn Prim at the beginning of the game.
It is pretty early on.
It
yeah. And
is-
so
I stumbled. I was like, "Ooh, what's this map marker?" And found This is odd. They're cussing
And
me
that
out.
was-
They don't know who I am yet.
That was the last DLC they released too. So that wasn't in the game when, we all played it originally until the end with the last DLC coming out, and then that popped in. So it made a lot of sense at the time. And you're right. For us as a character, like, who's this person who knows us? But it's just kind of a way that if you see that buzz and you read it, it's going to entice you to go that way. But don't do it. Wait.
Wait. Yeah, I saw that there was a
No.
door, and I was like,
Do it,
no. I
do
turned
it.
around and walked away.
Well, so the good thing is that you can get out.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can? I thought
You can turn around on that
all the
one.
DLCs
That
were they trap you in there.
Just this one. is
This
the
one
only
does
you can
not
get out
trap
of.
you. Oh, nice.
Yeah, because Old World Blues, you have to go through all the ropes, right? Honest Hearts, you
Yeah.
definitely have to get to the end. And Dead Money,
Yeah.
That chortle did not comfort me.
it wasn't meant to be a comforting chortle. That was not in the stage note.
I'm panicking over here. I've got a cold sweat, flop sweat going on.
But so outside of Bollocks Pit and Fallout New Vegas, that's pretty much all I played this weekend, of course, doing those things. So what I did play for New Vegas was pretty much just the roundtable stuff. And I haven't even actually gotten to where I'm supposed to be. I told everybody to get to Nipton. I didn't make it to Nipton. I only made it to Prim because I was tired tonight and I didn't want to play after work and I only got so far. But I did install more mods this week. I uninstalled some. I reinstalled some.
Oh, I
I
forgot you're doing
failed to
PC.
load a whole bunch of times. Yeah, well, and that is the other thing that happened is that I want to play on PC, but I didn't want to start playing on PC. Every day I had to psych myself up. Like, am I going to go upstairs and start my character? And then I didn't. I played on Xbox.
All right, this is going on
watched
until
TV.
June. You gotta couch it, dude.
I don't know. We'll see. But so anyway, I finally crossed the Rubicon.
Caesar crossing the Rubicon.
I finally got to the point where it was running because I installed more mods too. So really what happened is some things were causing trouble, so I had to uninstall them. And then I'm like, I want to pretty up my character. So I installed a bunch of character mods and NPC mods and stuff too, and took a little bit to get that working, but I did. So I was asked, did you install one of those booby mods by somebody in Discord? And I said, I don't think so.
And you did.
But I don't know everything that is in this pack. And so anyway, I'd like y'all to meet Sunny Smiles. I'm dropping her in chat right now. I would say that this is not standard issue
Yeah.
leather armor. Am I correct in thinking that?
Boobarella, you might be right.
She doesn't have sternum protection really. I mean, no, honestly, it looks great, but yeah, she's got that V cut armor down to just about her belly button.
Yeah, buttons were hard to come by back then.
Right, exactly. You had to make do with what you had, or just don't. Lee says not sure what armor it is, but mine has that also. Well, there we go. So it's not just me. Yeah,
Lee
it's good for
also
the heat.
downloaded that pervert mod.
See, this armor is practical. Okay, it's good.
Practical.
It's good for the heat.
During a
It's-
sandstorm, the thing I want most is exposed skin.
It's called exfoliation. You should try it sometime.
I do have that chest acne problem.
But no, honestly, it looks great. And here's the thing. Once I did start, so this made character creation take quite a while, which y'all make fun of me, and I'm like, I'm getting better. I'm not getting better, especially when I have mods involved. Turns out there are 231 hair mods in my game right now, and just as many other things. So I love my character. I created her. We rolled her last week. We're kind of starting. I'll do a little character introduction here since we get to the official ones a little bit. But yeah, so her name, I didn't want to go with Persephone like we had chosen last week because that is Will's main character in 76. So she is now Calliope. I stuck with the name of the muse, Calliope Boobenstein.
Oh, that's the best.
I had to go with your suggestion, Andrew. So Calliope Boobenstein.
Boobenstein.
Yeah, which now that I see that armor from Sunny Smiles, I might have to reverse pickpocket that stuff because my armor don't look like that. But yeah, no, she's great. I really love how she came out and stuff. And so we'll talk about character intros when we get there.
Does your
But that's pretty
faction allow you to do bad things to Goodspring?
No, I'm not. I mean, it could. I'm Yes Man, so I could do whatever I want. But I've
Yeah, there you
already
go.
obviously played through Goodspring and done a bunch of stuff there, so that's good. But yeah, as far as figuring out how to make myself comfortable at the PC, so I can't really sit cross-legged in my computer chair easy, but I can. And so I grab my footstool So I have like a footstool here, and I can put my feet up, or I just cross my legs and I put them like I shove my keyboard back and put them on the desk, and so it's comfy enough. But I am thinking of investing in a long HDMI.
Wait, you're
cable,
playing PC
Andrew.
with your feet up on the desk? Like, is the keyboard in your lap or something? Oh, you got cozy pants on too.
like this, yeah. Just
What's your shirt? Is that a Lord of the Rings or a Skyrim? What is that?
oh yeah, it's the One Ring,
The One Ring.
One Ring to rule them all. Yeah, more nerdy stuff. Sorry, Andrew saw my sweatshirt when I leaned back. But that's me. That's my gameplay. It's trying to get cozy here, but I have a plan. I may actually move a TV into this room. We'll see.
No, that's a pretty good plan. Is your gaming chair? I hesitate to go into the.
It's my Starfield chair.
Is it as comfy as your couch? Will you ever be like prefer to sit in the gaming chair over a couch? Probably not.
I
right?
have the comfiest gaming chair ever. I really love this chair.
Yeah.
But there comes a time when after 8 hours or 9 hours of work or longer in the
You
chair,
don't want to
most
sit
of
in
it,
it again. Yeah. Ugh.
no, and you want to put your feet up, which is why I'm putting them on the desk for this and that. But then I want, my monitor. I mean, okay, I have a large monitor, but it's long, and I want a TV. We'll figure it out.
And that's the only
Stopping whining. People don't wanna hear
drawback
this.
of working from home is that your work environment and your home environment have now butted heads, and you're like, fuck, now I can't relax in my gaming chair that I just worked it all day. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that is the thing when you work from home. Now, I do have a separate office for work and, computer, but I think I already told you guys a couple months ago, I got a second Noble chair for the work office too, so that I could be comfortable. So I have the same gaming chair at both my desk for, play and computer stuff and podcasting and everything, and for the work office. Because
And the
it's
Starfield
comfortable.
chair, was that a release, like a drop day thing?
Yeah. Noble chairs came out with it around the release of Starfield.
I haven't heard of Noble chairs. Are they like the gaming chair
They're-
company?
They're one of the top. Yeah, they're a German chair manufacturing company. Really great chairs. Yeah, they're just, it's like, it was so comfortable after I got one, I needed a second. That's how good they are.
Nice.
So,
Very cool.
But that's my gameplay. I'm curious. I think Ray actually played a few more games than I did this week.
Right? Did you play more than one game?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait, she played two. Never mind.
Yeah, I played more than 2 games.
What'd you get into?
So No Man's Sky is doing the Expedition Redux. So the new one is the Titan Expedition. So I've been running around on gas giants, getting cooked. And
How do you run around on a gas giant? I assume you couldn't land.
no, there's rocks down there on the
Are there?
that you
Okay.
can land on. Yep. So been having fun with that. We recorded an episode of Skyrimatic this week, and I've been playing a new mod collection called the Novus, which is a pretty major, lots of visual changes, lots of gameplay changes. So I've been playing around with that, trying to figure out how that works, getting my ass kicked.
Novus,
Left and right.
that one they've been out iterating on it for a while, right? Is that the one that is up to like version 5 or 6 now?
Version 6.
And I've seen a few YouTube videos on it, like 4K YouTube videos, and it is stunning. Like,
Oh yeah, it is beautiful. It's 3,500 mods, but it changes pretty much everything. It's like a completely different game.
Right? Do all gas giants have a rocky core?
I don't know.
Okay. Like that's my brain is still stuck on that.
In No Man's Sky, you can also land on ice giants.
Ice giants. That's a Marvel thing. I think Loki was an ice giant.
Yeah, it was so funny when people were mad at the launch of Starfield and that you couldn't land on gas giants. And it was like, what? How can you be upset about this? And then someone, as a joke mod, made it so you could land on gas giants. And I'm like, that's even
hilarious.
worse. Don't indulge them. Don't indulge these kids.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I've just been doing a lot of New Vegas stuff. So I did not make it all the way to the Strip.
Disappointed.
So I only made it to the 188.
188. Is that a highway? What is the 188?
Yeah, it's a highway.
It's where you meet Ronnie.
I remember the
Right,
first time I heard you guys talking about directions and stuff, and Lee was like, oh yeah, I took the 15 up to the blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wait a second, you guys actually pay attention to the goddamn road signs? Like, man, I should really do that probably. 'Cause usually if I'm on a road, I have no idea what road I'm on, just running around. It's like, oh, take this north. All right.
Yeah.
But-
Well, and coming from California, the highway numbers are proper nouns, so they have to be
The.
the.
Take the 104.
So
That's hilarious.
But you both are, so you and Andrew both are playing a little bit ahead of where the round table is. But Andrew's packing it in because Thanksgiving,
So-
getting ready, and
Because
I have
aliens
you. What's your
aliens
excuse?
are looming about 6 months from now. So
well, so mine is my desperation to find meaning in this character,
oh, okay.
and so I've kind of been leaning towards silenced weapons, and so I had to go up to the 188 to meet the gunrunner arsenal vendor to try to find a suppressor for my weathered 10 millimeter, which is my my main gun via my round table roll. And so I need to get it silenced, but I haven't been able to find anybody that sells a silencer for it yet. So
was
I'm gonna
the
keep working on
was
that.
the silence aspect assigned by the random roller or just the initial weapon?
No, so just the initial weapon, but my
Do you have a
assigned
sneak aspect or something?
skills are guns, sneak,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
and survival.
Well, shit, we
Yeah.
should have thought about that because 2 of mine are guns and sneak too. I didn't even. That's fun.
And so I really, normally I find it pretty easy to find a direction. I've got, perks that I want to take to make my character maxed out.
Right.
The last time it was energy weapons, which was really good. There's a lot of good energy weapons in New Vegas. But this time I'm kind of struggling. So
Yeah, especially when it's been a while, you can usually, get right into it because you're like, I haven't played this in 3 years, so
Yeah.
right back in.
the
But is
other
it partly
thing
the
was
character role?
that, yeah, well, so my traits, I didn't get skilled, so I'm behind.
You feel behind because you usually. That's what's kind of funny because you said you usually take skilled, and this
Yeah.
time you didn't, and so you're leveling faster.
Well, yeah, so I'm leveling faster, but skilled is like getting 4 levels
Mhm.
all at once because you get so many skill points as bonus.
Yeah, +5 across every skill.
Yeah, so what's that? 65 skill points?
Sounds about right. I don't have the skill list up, but yeah, sounds
Are there
about
13 of them?
And so, that's a big jump start. And
I mean, some of them you don't use. It's not like you're going to use all of them though. So some of them are kind of wasted points in a way.
well, but not really, because so if you get, so like let's say you don't spec into barter, and so now you get your barter skill from 7 up to 12.
Right. Hmm.
Now with the right outfit and hat and a skill magazine, you can pass the skill check to get what's his name, Cliff, the guy at the outpost,
Are you talking
trader.
about? Yep. Yep.
No, that's Cliff Briscoe's the guy at
Yeah, Cliff is
Dinky
at the Dino
Dino.
Delight. But yeah, the one at the NCR outpost.
No, the guy in Good Springs,
Oh, Chet.
Chet. Yeah.
Mhm.
So now you can get Chet to give everybody leather armor.
Yeah, which
If-
I did. I had skilled, and I did get the leather armor. I did get all that stuff because I had skilled on my character. And this
Yeah.
is my first time playing with skilled, so we're kind of coming from the opposite sides of it. And
Yeah.
I am finding it a bonus. Plus the trick, that some people know that Jeff was talking about in the Facebook group. How if you get skilled, and you know this, right, Ray? That if
Well,
you take-
I know of it,
Yeah,
but I can't use it.
The PC master
Because-
race isn't allowed? Hmm?
It's so if you use the unofficial patch,
yeah. If you use the unofficial patch, they fixed it.
they've fixed it so that you can't
So I was
you
actually
exploit that.
I was going to take this opportunity to complain about that too, because that's exactly what I found out. So I got skilled. I'm excited. I finally have skilled. I can do this trick, which is if you take skilled, you get your +5. And then when you leave Goodspring, gives you a chance to respec your character. If you respec your character and choose skilled again, you get another +5. So technically you're getting +10, which I'm like, ooh, this is great. And just so you know, if you didn't know, if you take one of the perks from Old World Blues, so like Light Touch is one of them. There are 3 perks from Old World Blues. Any of those, it won't actually remove either. So if you level up to level 2 before leaving Goodsprings, you can pick an Old World Blues perk. You can take Skilled. When you leave, you can respec. Take a new perk, and you still keep the one you took, and you get those +5. But if you're on PC, nope, didn't work. None of it worked. I might have tried 3 times just to make sure it was
So
just me.
why don't they take it away when you respec on the like Xbox or whatever? It seems like that's pretty obvious.
I mean, it's called a feature.
Not a glitch,
It was
Andrew.
originally there because of a feature, but yeah, this is stuff since they added it with Old World Blues. It wasn't added as part of the respec algorithm, so it wouldn't remove it from your character sheet when you did the respec, because it came
And
after.
Question 2, Ray, can you, or Jess, could you not have the unofficial patch activated for that part and then activate it after leaving Goodsprings, or do you have to have the unofficial patch installed at the beginning of a install of a new game?
That sounds like work, Ray. I don't know.
What
Yeah.
clicking
Yeah.
a button, just like activating and deactivating? Is
You
it
know,
not like a mod list
Well,
that you can just activate
So
and
you
deactivate
could,
things?
you could potentially break something.
You could. Yeah, it would
but not
probably work.
necessarily.
You could
Yeah.
probably run it, do that, and then add the unofficial patch afterward. Absolutely. But I didn't
But,
think of it or
I
even
mean,
know that they fixed it.
You know, that's really kind of moot because there's a much easier way to do it
Just
on PC.
What command
which is
console,
console
yourself?
command.
But I would never cheat. See, if it's okay. If it's in the game,
it's in the game, it's a feature.
and part of the system, it's a feature.
Right,
If you got to
so-
use
yeah.
the console command, it's a cheat.
Console commands are in the game. It's not a separate program that you run. This
True.
is control debugging tools that exist inside the game.
But it is kind of like God mode. But I'm opening the console constantly because to take pictures, you need to open the console. So, it's tilde, TM, enter, TFC, enter, tilde. Move around for a while, take a few shots, turn it back on, over and over and over again.
Did you say that does a New Vegas photo mode mod exist?
No,
there has to be
there
one
isn't
for
one.
PC, right?
There are pose mods. So we were looking, and Will was looking too, because obviously Will's playing, and he found a really good pose mod where you can make characters assume certain like emotes and
Strike a
such
pose,
for
yeah,
pictures.
Yeah.
But there's no photo mode mod. You're still
Are they
removing your HUD and taking them.
the same poses from 76, or are they different?
No, they're definitely different. Yeah.
Sparklers.
There is no Zorbo's magic orb in this one. There is no
Oh, that's-
bowling.
That's a really
Which-
good one.
I mean, bowling would work in New Vegas. They could have been bowling, but
Yeah,
no,
bowling
not
works
76 emotes.
Everywhere, guys.
And believe it or not, the Mothman wasn't a thing back in the New Vegas days. At least not in Fallout.
Come on. The Mothman has always been.
No, it shall be.
Yes. Let's see, Ray, that was a long tangent off your gameplay. So No Man's Sky, the expeditions. Is that what they're called? Is that what you call them?
Yep.
You said you're doing the reruns or whatever you called it, right?
Yeah, the redo.
So do they have how many big expeditions are there a year, and then they run all of them in sequence after a new one releases, or what?
Yeah, so there's typically 4 expeditions a year. And then at the end of the year, they do those 4 again and one of the older ones.
Just one of the older ones. Okay.
Yeah. And so each one runs 2 weeks. And
Even during the rerun, it's also a 2 week.
well, during the rerun. During the regular play, it's 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, okay, I see. So they make you do it fast.
But they also reduce the milestones. You have to do less in order to complete them.
Is it the
when you
same
do the
rewards?
Yeah.
And how long, you're a professional at this point, how long would it take like a semi-noob to get through a whole expedition, like a new expedition? I know you said you get 6 to 8 weeks. How long can you do it in if you're trying hard versus like a new person?
A lot of it depends on the expedition, but typically the speed runners, which I don't do because it's just not that much fun to me, can usually do it in an hour or 2 at the most.
Holy shit.
I usually am like 4 to 6 hours. Anybody could get them done in 8 hours.
Hey, that's me, you guys. I'm anybody.
So, yeah, and they're generally pretty nicely laid out. You complete one milestone and it gives you the stuff to complete the next milestone, which gives you the stuff to complete the next one.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. So, it's just usually good to read ahead, because there's usually one for, blasting asteroids, which you should do at the very beginning of a game anyway, just to get the materials, scanning creatures, plants, and rocks, all that kind of stuff is usually got something included in the milestones. So if you just routinely scan stuff, not only do you make money, but you also complete those milestones.
So,
But,
all right.
In New Vegas, I did. So I stole the Silence 22 from Chet.
Oh, did you? Okay.
So that I have a silenced pistol. It's really crappy. It did good with the mantises
Take down some
at
geckos.
the school.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, we'll get to that in the quests, but I did find money wasn't too hard to come by. And
I'm freaking rich.
Yeah, I think it's partly
did
when
they
you have
change
all the
something?
mods installed. Well, it's partly
I don't
having all
have
the
any
DLC.
mods.
Because with GRA, well, no, but with Gunrunner's Arsenal, for instance, when you load in, you're getting 3 or 4 types of armor, and you're getting a bunch of weapons, and you can sell the
to
ones you're not
sell
going to use.
everything. Yeah.
So that helps. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember it being an issue showing up to the gates last playthrough that oh crap, I have to go sell a few more things before I get to the, 2,000 or 4,000 caps to get into the strip.
Yeah.
Yep,
2,000 guys.
2,000. I just remember I was still short of that by the time, and I am 3 or 4 times that now. Like I'm already up to 6,000 caps already. Like
I've hit 1,300 and I only made it to Prim. So yeah, it's once you understand the economy and you loot and sell a lot, you're pretty well off.
And that's one of the big differences is last time I just decided, oh, this is all junk. There's no point in picking anything up. But this time I've literally picked up every fucking thing that activates when you put a cursor over it, except for the red stuff. And that's probably why I'm, and I was amazed that did they give the vendors more caps then too? Because I always assumed that, oh, they're only going to have 180 caps. But then I ran into a traveling merchant that had like 900 caps. I'm like, wow, I don't remember having
vendors. The major vendors have plenty, right?
Oh, do they?
Right?
Okay.
They always have, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I remembered it being just a shortage like of supply as well, like back in the day, but I guess not.
It just might have been who you were hitting up to, And I mean, obviously the food vendors are still always low.
Yeah, the bartender.
The whole weight to value ratio is still important, though. You know what I mean? Like I try not to pick up 1-to-1.
Yeah.
And if you sneak into Lonesome Road, there's a vendor in there that has 1,600.
Ooh,
oh, wow.
How often does that refresh? Is that every 2 days?
Probably with
type
everybody
thing?
else every couple of days.
Every couple of days? Nice.
72 hours on the thing.
72. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, I do recommend going into Lonesome Road.
See, Jess said not to, though. Like, what's going on here?
I just don't want you to get stuck. But Ray's right. You can leave. You can leave. I'm just saying,
And,
don't go that away
just,
at level 2.
You just dip your toe.
I feel like I'm getting set up for something here.
No,
He's gonna walk. Oh, there's an albino death claw waiting for you on the other side of the door.
There's a lot of robots in the silo, but if you go into the silo,
mean robots.
You can get access to the commissary with the enhanced Eddie. And, so it's a good place to go to, if you've got a bunch of stuff and you've already, cleaned out, Chet's caps and, the wandering traders and Johnson Nash in Prim. You can just bop into Lonesome Road, unload a bunch of stuff in there, and then leave.
So the vendor is literally right on the other side of the door then.
Yeah.
Well, that's convenient.
You don't have to fight anything to get to the commissary.
But you could.
You could if you really felt like it. If you hadn't been dying enough and you really, you needed that refreshing, death screen, you could go in there. And
it is mildly calming, isn't it? Dying over and over.
It just takes you right back to Fallout 1. Your bleached bones in the desert.
I thought that was
Beautiful.
hilarious the first time I saw that. I was like, I'm offended by this.
How about the 20th time you saw it?
Then it gets a little old. You're right.
Yeah. But then, so my major thing was, my little side bit was that I needed a silenced rifle. And so the easiest one to get at the beginning of the game, since I didn't have, lockpick 75 to pick hard locks, was to get the Rat Slayer, which
Oh my.
is also going to kill you several times because there's giant rats in the cave and they're no joke. So
What is the Rat Slayer? Is it a pistol?
no, it's a rifle.
It's this
Right,
got the
wicked
silencer
80s
and the
cover
scope.
band, guys. It's
Yeah.
the best 80s cover
It's
band.
essentially
They're awesome.
a
Rats.
varmint rifle.
Okay.
With
And
a
it's-
scope and a silencer.
Okay, and it's a type of like a varmint rifle? Is it
Yep.
in one of the caves, you said?
Brockflower Cave.
Okay.
So, and it's pretty easy to get to when you've been to Wolfhorn Ranch, and then you go over the bridge, and you got the two vendors there that will fight the Legion ambush on the other side of the bridge.
Yep.
If
Yep.
you just go due east from there, you'll get to Brockflower Cave.
Yeah. Okay. I remember where that is. I remember where it is. It's near Camp Searchlight and the NC where like the
Yeah,
radiation is.
Yeah, it's a little bit north of Searchlight, just east of there's a little Legion camp where they've got some people hostage. I just said, see you guys later,
Beautiful.
and ran over to Brockflower. It took me about 4 tries to get through it. And but got my rifle. And from there on out, lots of sneak attack kills.
Yeah. Lee in chat mentions, I don't remember these locations, haven't discovered them in my current playthrough. I mean, yeah, that's ahead of where a lot of us are right now, Lee, because it's around the Horn, past Nipton, on the way to Novak, kind of in that area in between Nipton and Novak as you go around the Horn.
But yeah, so yeah, the only thing, well, what else did I do? Oh, outside of the assigned quests, I also did the penitentiary. So I went through and did those quests in there.
Nice.
Penitentiary. That's not
You
the
took out
NCR jail place. What's the penitentiary?
Yeah, that's the NCR jail.
Oh, it
place
is the
with
NCR,
powder
okay.
gangers.
Yeah,
Yep.
with the powder gangers.
And isn't that part of the Prem sheriff stuff or no?
It can be.
Yeah, it can be. There is a guy in there that you can.
Okay. I think that's
that
the
you
only
can
reason
hire.
I've gone there. Right? Do you go there in the main quest otherwise?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I think that's the reason I've gone there in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you decide to go that direction for sheriff, you can do that. But I mean, you also just might want to investigate it. Maybe you became friendly with the powder gangers in Good Spring. Maybe, other reasons. Maybe you want to take them all out, which I
I don't-
usually do.
I don't know
Yeah.
that I've ever gone against Good Spring. Have you guys played the dickhead role and gone against Good Spring right off the bat? I don't know
I
if
tried
I've
it
ever
once
done
to
that.
see what happened. Or I at least kept a reputation with them where we were neutral. So I could go in and actually talk to them without them shooting me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
tried that
that's what
once.
I did. I'm shunned, or was shunned, by the powder gangers. So I was able to just walk in and talk to them without much trouble because I I completed the quest without anybody knowing that I killed somebody.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I am always vilified by the end of that. But, you can technically do that before you defend Good Spring, too. You can go over there. So.
Yeah, when we
Huh.
go through those quests, I'll talk about that.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I also did the quests up at the
Sloan?
I couldn't get my medicine up enough
Mhm.
because they didn't have skilled.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm so sorry. Poor Snuffles. Snuffles suffers because of our character generator. It's just awful.
Well, no, Snuffles will just have to wait. Mole rats don't actually hurt until you enter the cell.
There you go. Yeah, so if you avoid him, he's going to be fine.
Yeah,
Good call.
up at the outpost at the top of the hill,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
help them out. So, with all that, I did, plus all of my wandering to get up to the 188 to check that inventory, which ended up not panning out. I got up to level 7.
Awesome. That's pretty far already.
That's crazy far. How many hours in do you think that is?
Probably 7 or 8.
It took me about 5.5 to make it to Prim, but I'm there.
Prim.
Yeah. Well, I only have about 6 hairstyle choices in my character creator. So
You didn't add those
in and
mods?
out in a blink.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm just female number 7. I think that's my whole. I didn't tinker at all.
Number 6 is a Cylon, so good choice.
I don't get that joke. Let's see, Cylon Battlestar? Is that
Yes,
right?
good
Yay! Sorry, I haven't watched that.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm level 3. Ray's level 7. You're level what, Andrew? Like 5, you said?
Yeah, about 6. Yeah, in that ballpark.
Yeah, Stilior's level 9 because we'll get his character introduction in a little bit, but he decided to go north and already do stuff around Vegas. Kind of jumped ahead.
Make it through the Deathclaw Valley there. Attaboy. No, Cazador. What is it? What's in that valley north of the?
A little of everything.
Little
some
everything.
Scorpions, some Cazadors, and some
Cazadors to the left, Deathclaws to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with the Vipers. Yeah.
You're fucked
There's a
any
lot.
direction.
You know, if you wind your way just right, you know, you can go out without having to fight anything.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of
Do
people
you have to have
jump
good
in.
sneak?
Yeah, I've done. I was messing around and I had a character that had a luck of 10.
Nice.
And so at level 1, I just went straight from Good Springs. I didn't do any of the quests. I just went right for the strip, and hit all those casinos in Freeside. And once I got kicked out of there, I had enough money to
Get into
get
the
in.
strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting up there, Andrew.
Freeside's
Something
not on
you
the
got to
strip,
try
I
at least
forgot.
once. You've got to try to sneak past the Deathclaws at least once, and it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, but it's doable.
No.
Well,
Yeah, and the biggest problem if you sneak up there is that so all of the skill checks in that area are for a much higher level than you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're not passing any skill checks. You know, you're lucky if it's only a level 50 skill check.
Right. They figure you have like implants at that point, or a couple of levels intense training, or like high skills, like you're saying. Yeah. Like
You're at a high level because you've gone all the way around and leveled up all the way. So yeah, all the skill checks are high.
For sure. But while I'm talking level real quick, I just want to say that, a lot of our roundtable play along people have been jumping in, at least the ones in our Discord, it's like jumped right in feet first. And that's kind of thing. Like we rolled the characters last week, Saturday, Sunday, people were posting their character generation, their roles. And so like randos around 9 too. A lot of other people have introduced the characters there. A lot of people are level 5, 6, 7. So jumping in feet first, they got the jump on the rest of our listeners because if you listen live, they already knew what was up. So they got their characters and stuff like that. But I'm excited. And the round table, yes, we're going 7 months. So there's time. And I know a lot of people probably finish the game in 2, maybe 3. But it's good to take our time, and it'll give us something to kind of just follow this through in detail as we go.
Yep.
And you don't only have to play this game. You can do the quest and go off and play other games for a while.
But once you get into it, I mean, it's hard to quit.
Yeah, it gets its hooks in you. Because most of us, we tend to be serial monogamy game players. Like, obviously, Ray's got his usual 3 that he plays. And for a lot of us, it's always 76 and one other game, but that's kind of how we played forever. I get in one RPG, you put in 50 to 100, 200 hours and you move to the next RPG, 50 to 100. And so a lot of us do that. Now with the round table, you usually have multiple. You've got that game and then you've got another too that you play the normal way. But it varies. It's hard to just, play a bunch of RPGs at once.
Yeah. Get invested in characters and such.
Lee says also we'll all lose a week when season 2 of Fallout drops. Since they're doing 1 episode a week, actually, I think it's just going to wet our whistle to play more. We'll watch that episode maybe twice and then have to jump in and play some more.
It's like, I want to go to there.
I wonder when they're going to get to Freeside. Like, is that in the first 2 episodes or is it going to be like 4 or 5? We don't know.
We don't know.
And the Legion. Yeah.
Are they going to make them walk all the way across the desert? It's a 4-hour car drive.
Was he standing in this at the cemetery at Good Springs, above Good Spring, in the last shot of season 1? Because he's sitting in a valley, or sitting on a hillside, looking down into New Vegas almost. Like, where's he standing?
Yeah, that looked more like the Red Rock Canyon or Black Mountain.
Black Mountain, okay. And I was looking at Black Mountain on the map. The coloration is different. I haven't been up there yet because I don't remember. Was it a crater site? Was a bomb dropped there? I don't remember there being bombs in New Vegas. I thought it was more of an environmental degradation thing. Societal.
Yeah, mostly societal.
But but if you look at Black Mountain on the map, it kind of looks like a crater site for some reason, like a sort of a crescent shaped of a mountain.
Well, we can look on.
I don't know. We don't have to get into it. I just thought it looked cool. Oh, the real thing.
Well, because that, I mean, how many times do they do that? They're definitely, big on
Actual representation.
Yeah.
Except for they decrease distances like crazy, of course.
Well, yeah. They have to.
So in game, what takes if there weren't like a lot of bad guys in that valley, how long would it take to walk from Good Springs to the? It's not Good Springs. It's Good Spring, right? Is it Spring?
No, Springs.
It's Springs with an S. It's because
Which
of White
one's the
Spring,
goddamn
I'm thinking
the goddamn hotel?
White Spring, not White Springs, but Good Spring.
Good,
not Good
Spring.
Mhm.
All right. If there's no baddies in that valley, how long does it take you to walk from Good Spring to the Strip and game?
Oh, it wouldn't be long. It's not long at all.
Yeah, the distance isn't that far, right?
Mm.
But in real life, the Prem from distance to, or the distance from Prem to Las Vegas is, hours and hours by car, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's only 4 hours from L.A.
I heard that in Boston they shrank the city like crazy, and of course because you can literally walk across downtown in like 10 minutes, So they gotta scale it down in some fashion. It'd be crazy to see a 1-to-1 Fallout game of some city that you're familiar with. If I saw Indianapolis a 1-to-1 ratio, it would like actually add every street that Indianapolis had instead of like a compressed version of it.
Yeah.
We'll get there one day, right? Fallout 7, Fallout 8, when we're doing like Fallout.
Well, that's supposed to be the big feature in Light No Fire,
Mm-hmm.
is that it's an Earth-sized planet.
Holy fuck!
It's gonna be so big. Yeah, so that's why it's only one planet, but
Yeah.
still huge.
What's the circumference of the Earth? Is it like 180,000? No, I don't remember.
I don't remember. 3,600 or something.
25,000? I don't remember.
25,000, I think.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
180 is something.
Look
What
it
is
up.
that? 180. Oh, that might be speed of light. Something.
Wait, is this right? Circumference 24,888 miles? That can't be right.
24,000. Yeah, 25,000.
Wow. That's more than I thought. Yeah,
And
3,000 is
how
just
about-
across the U.S.
How about
or
if you
something.
measure
What
it
was I
the other
thinking?
way instead of measure it around the top to bottom instead of around? Is it the same distance? We're not circular, right?
No, but it's not going to be that far off. It's not going to be thousands of miles.
Things that spin on an axis are they squish a little. All right, sorry.
Good.
That's
They're getting technical chat. It's an oblate
astrophysics.
spheroid, Andrew. Duh.
It's not a circle, dummy. That's what they said. Go walk on a gas giant, Lee. Take a long walk off a short gas giant, bud. All right. Were we still in Ray's gameplay? Ray, you playing something?
We've been talking a lot in New Vegas. It's good.
So all of my gameplay was New Vegas. I did not play any other games other than New Vegas. So let's see. What is non-roundtable related stuff? Jess, you covered the double dipping of Skilled. I already talked about stumbling upon the taunting signs at the Lonesome Road bus. Kind of hurt my
Yep.
feelings. My kind of heart we'll get
Aw.
into here in a little bit. I got my companion Ed dash E. It's not repair.
See, now that's an even bigger reason why you should go into Lonesome Road.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
get
in that
parts.
same silo, you can get upgrades that
For
you can,
my Nice.
for your Eddie.
I thought you said
Um,
there was like an upgraded one in there. I was like, oh, I don't want to switch to a better version. He'd get his feelings hurt.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not better.
You can't bring him back,
Oh, okay.
but you can bring the upgrades back.
Oh, that's fun. Are they? What is it? An investment of caps, or do you have to do something, or can you just go buy them, or what? What's up?
It's an investment in dying.
So you have to go fight robots and shit.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So Black Mountain is actually black in real life.
is like highly carbonated or something.
I didn't ask.
Carboniferous? Whatever. What's
But the stones, the rocks on, the downslope are brown, but the mountain itself is black.
interesting?
Volcanic
I wonder what.
basalt
Yeah,
or
it's like
something?
yeah,
Yeah,
some kind of
probably.
crazy mineral. Yeah, I like
But
that.
so okay, you got your Eddie and stuff like
Volcanic
that.
basalt. Good
You got
pull,
a question
Jess.
here. Why is karma affected? So
Oh, right. When you're sneaking, I'm in the bar. No one sees me. I steal
Karma does.
I steal something. Who is this fucking eye in the sky making judgments upon me?
Karma.
it's Todd. Okay, Todd is
Todd-
watching us from a
Ugh,
distance.
Todd rays. Ugh.
I
You're all
mean,
saying about it.
Karma isn't, a person.
Karma's
It's-
like, I see you do something shitty. You get shitty reputation with my town. That's what it should be.
But
Come
no,
on.
but karma's just between you and your maker. And
Oh
that's
my
the thing. So
God.
for those of us who were listening in 2022, we spent about 2 or 3 episodes on this at least. So let's do it again. So Andrew, reputation is people who know you, and you can hide
Jesus,
from the
this is
watchful
so-
eyes
fuck
of
karma.
the Legion of the NCR. But Todd, the eye in the sky, you and yourself and your own soul, I'm sorry, you know. Unless you close your eyes while you're doing it, you know.
Okay, so it doesn't matter who you're affiliated with
No.
at all. If you do anything bad, even to bad people, you will lose. The eye in the sky will make you lose karma. Even if you
No,
hurt.
if you kill a fiend, you don't get bad karma.
Because you know in your heart it was a good thing to do.
Yeah. If
Or
you
the right
kill
thing to
if you kill many of the bad characters in the game, you don't get karma. But
Mhm.
if you kill somebody, okay,
I think it's Dr. Bubbles. Yeah. I think Dr. Bubbles is the one reporting you.
He is-
He's giving you bad karma.
He has entered the chat.
Sorry, we just got a huge cat. Nothing but cat in our face.
Surprised you don't have a bort hole right in your it's right in your
Yeah.
screen.
Well, fortunately, because he's so light, and the light's hard on him, I think it washed
It
him
bleached out. Yeah,
because it was definitely there.
he looks like he's posing for you. It's like, here, look deep into my eye.
But yeah, so you can, there are times where you can kill bad people that were doing a good thing that, gives you bad karma.
Yep.
You kill bad people who are doing a good thing. So it not only matters their reputation, but the actions that they are performing at the exact time that they are being killed.
Yeah. Because it's usually quest related.
Okay.
So
Karma is very complicated. Okay. When you show up to the pearly gates and St. Peter pulls out his karma sheet and you're going down like the stats of your life, it's very complicated.
yeah.
So why does he
So-
care if I take the magazine at the bar and at the Good Spring Saloon?
Because it wasn't yours.
But he doesn't know that. He doesn't care.
But you know it. Once again, that's karma.
But if you do a nice thing for somebody
What if I believe it's
That
mine?
means you've
What if
got
I
karma
really,
in the
really
bank.
believe?
and you can go steal stuff.
Okay, so where are the puppies to save? Where are the kittens up a tree? Where's the old lady crossing the sidewalk? How do I build up that buffer of karma so that I can just play the game
You'll-
without
you'll
worrying
find-
about this bullshit?
You'll find it all over the place. Lots of
You
little
just
side
gotta
quests
look,
to help
Andrew.
people.
Love is everywhere. Ray's making a Christmas movie over here, you guys. Christmas in the Mojave.
I'm telling you, that's how it works. But yeah, we don't have karma in the other games, but it's a thing in New Vegas.
It's rough.
Well, it's convicting.
It makes me feel bad. All right. I forgot I could fast travel because I've been playing.
Also, I said we don't have it in any other games, but I mean we do. Sorry, we do
What?
have it in Fallout 3 because that's how you get your whole,
Karma.
your various
Do you have it
titles.
in 3? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Various titles. You'll have to remind me. I haven't played 3 in a long ass time.
You know how your character basically you could be evil, good, neutral, and that kind of affects the
right.
you get
Okay.
and all that. And so the title is like when you see your character walking in your level, it'll give you a title like rogue, adventurer,
Yeah, I forgot
bad
about
dude.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
Bad
back-
dude.
And characters in the game will react to you based on your status. Also, some followers won't follow you if you have bad karma. some won't follow you if you have good karma.
Oh, okay.
In this game, really, the only thing you have to worry about is if you're in bad standing with the Legion, then the Legion sends squads after you. You'll go someplace and all of a sudden you'll be getting shot. And it's because a bunch of Legionnaires have come after you.
But the NCR doesn't do that? They don't do the reverse?
If you're in bad standing with the NCR, then they'll send Rangers after you.
Yep. So it's just like in Fallout 3 where you had like Talon Company mercenaries after you if you were too good, stuff like that.
But Yes Man and
after you bad.
Yes Man and Mr. House don't send people after you?
No.
Send robots after those sheriff robots?
Yeah. House will send robots after you.
He'll send people after you if you don't spend enough money in the casino. Otherwise, you're good.
Who would Yes Man send as his Legion? Oh, shit. The cat.
That was amazing.
Tommy,
Did Dr. Bubbles do that?
Yes, he laid on the fucking keyboard.
I love the fact that your recording probably has whatever exclamation you made when that happened. We have no idea.
Bitch. It's more like
we just chalked it up to what Yes Man could do if he was mad at you.
Yeah, we figured that's what Yes Man would do.
Oh, he would just blip out all the terminals.
Yep.
Fuck. Here we go. Yeah, I forgot I could fast travel because I've been playing survival mode in Fallout 4 so much.
Oh, yeah.
That I was like, I was doing something and then I leveled up. I was at is it called the New Buffalo Hotel or something? Or casino, whatever it is, down in Prim. I was playing all that stuff and I didn't have quite enough of whatever skill I needed, science, I think, maybe, to repair Eddie, because I think you can either do it by the parts or having a high repair skill or repair skill and parts combination, or by having a science where you examine the electronics, or there's like 5 different ways you can repair him, it seems. I didn't quite have my science high enough, but it's one of my assigned skills, so something that wasn't lagging too far behind. And I was like, on my next level up I'll go get Eddie. But then, I did that thing where, oh shoot, time to go do something else, put your controller down, walk away, you come back from, day's work or, whatever, and you're like, oh crap, what was I doing? Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go to Good Springs and do my thing, yada, yada, yada. I'm running around Good Springs doing something, and I level up, and I'm like, yay! Oh crap. I was going to put that in science. Okay, I have it in science. What was I going to do? I was doing that for something. Oh, so I can do Eddie. Oh, crap. I already ran all the way up. Okay, let me run all the way back down here. So I'm like running back and forth doing all that shit because I'm used to running around now. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's I'm running across all the geckos, getting a little more XP than I probably would, discovering probably a few more locations here and there, maybe getting a couple more pieces of Brock flour to sell, just expanding the game just a little bit. Okay, you're going to have to go, buddy. You're being a problem.
He is very much wanting to be on camera tonight.
He wants to be the star. Yeah, so now that I remembered that I can fast travel, I'm going to try to not rely on it because I thought it was really fun. Just, jogging around doing this.
Yeah, it's good to not fast travel too much. And I mean, you can still only fast travel once you find a location. So,
right.
You still have to get there in the first place. But
Yep. Karma. Forgot I could fast travel. Boone. Oh, I got up to Boone. He took off his hat and I said, "Oh, put that hat back on, bro."
Did he have a hat head?
He needs a hit.
I was wondering what happened to the show notes, and that was Dr. Bubbles. I'm like, what just happened?
Did he smashed?
He rearranged some of my stuff. Yeah,
did he really?
Okay. Yeah, I'm putting it back. I'm like, what happened to the next section?
Show, bro.
Okay, there we go. He was very.
You have to remind me. It keeps every 10 seconds. I see a little blip on the top of the corner of the screen. It says the canteen. You take a trusty Vault 13. That was from Fallout 1, correct?
Yes.
Did the doctor give us that canteen in the very first of the game?
Nope.
Where did we get that canteen? I forget.
No, you just got it. It's just part of the game.
We are what? Really from that vault, or did we just buy that in a fucking junk shop? Like, how many is it? 100 years ago? It's not possible, right? That we're from that Vault 13.
So what it is, what it actually came from, it was a special item with the release of the game as a commemorative thing for people coming back to Fallout. Because, this was made by Obsidian, so people worked, and some of them worked on the original Fallout game.
Oh, fun.
And so as a special redeemable item, you could get the Vault 13 canteen with a special code for the classic pack, which gave you a few things at the beginning.
Oh, that's cool.
But now, as long as you get the Courier Stash DLC, which is one of the little add-ons like Gunrunner's Arsenal and stuff like that isn't a full playable DLC, but just gives you more items, you get it. So it's kind of automatic for pretty much everyone downloading the full version. And that's where it came from originally. And it's really just a reference, a callback.
Cool. So we're not supposed to take lore or story from that we're our characters from Vault 13.
No,
just a sip.
You can. And if you're playing in hardcore mode, it was also to help with that. So that you take a sip every 5 minutes or so, you get extra XP.
Okay.
HP, I mean, if you're dehydrated,
Well, that's actually pretty convenient because, it's always one of the pain in my asses in Fallout 4 survivals when that little red drop shows up in the bottom. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, and like we kind of talked about
drink.
it, hardcore mode is more just annoying than hard, Everything works a little different. Like Stimpaks heal over time, Radaway heals slower, I mean, like a lot of the stuff still works, but it's slower and partial.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I usually play with most of my volume off and, have movies or something going on the background on the side. But I decide I want to listen to a little bit of the radio just because I don't know, like Fallout 4, I just have that going in my head, just walking around normally on any given day. But I don't really know the music and style of stuff very well in New Vegas. So I was going to ask about like New Vegas radio versus Mojave music. Like which one is more your style? What do you like to listen to? What are the differences between the two? Do you guys have a strong feeling of one or the other? Do you ever listen to the radio when you're running around? It just gives away your
I
sneak.
never listen to anything except Mr. New Vegas.
I find
only Mr. New Vegas. Okay.
I find the vibe with Mr. New Vegas and the radio to be good. But yeah, I listen to the main station a lot. But there's enough radios and enough locations for ambient sound that you can be playing the game without your Pip-Boy radio on, and you hear it plenty.
Is Mojave Music you just said like the main radio? Is that Mojave Music? Is that the main radio station one?
Is it? I don't remember what it's called all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Whatever New Vegas radio is.
There's one called Mojave Music and one called Mr. New Vegas Radio. Or no, it's just called New Vegas Radio, which it took me a second to realize, it's that Mr. New Vegas guy. Okay, so who is he? Because for a second there I was like, okay, Mr. New Vegas, that's the guy. No, wait, that's Mr. House. That's someone else. That's not Mr. New Vegas.
No, it's Wayne Newton.
Right. You never actually
Wayne
meet
Newton.
him.
Oh, okay.
Wayne Newton, yeah.
In real life, he did the voice of the broadcaster. Oh, cool.
Yeah, and speculation is that he's an AI, that he's a robot radio, because you never meet him in the game.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know. But
do we have to meet every goddamn person that exists? Can't someone exist without us meeting them? Why does it have to be an AI? The guy just can't be alive somewhere and broadcasting from a basement
like
we didn't visit.
Fans love to speculate. That's all. We love to be like, I wonder what that means. Why is he not a person? Is he a person? How is he still talking like he does, as though it was still old times? Like, there's all that. But yeah, so it's New Vegas Radio with him, and Mojave Musical Radio is the nonstop country western. But they have overlap in some of the songs. Yeah.
Oh, they do. All right.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. Yeah, because the difference is that you get the New Vegas, Mr. New Vegas DJing, but the songs are all the same.
The playlist of music is all the same, but Mojave Music does not have Mr. New Vegas, and the other one does.
I think there's some difference. I think there might be some tracks that are different, like because Mojave is all country western, and if you listen to New Vegas Radio, Mr. New Vegas, you get some other classics in there too, like more Ink Spots and stuff like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you get
more of the classic, what we think of as the Fallout music.
Yeah, the Rat Pack.
Yeah,
type,
exactly. Bing Crosby. I don't think Bing Crosby is on Mojave Radio, for instance.
No.
And then, of course, he got Black Mountain Radio, which, that's his own thing.
Yeah. Mr. New Vegas makes a comment about that.
Which, if he's aware of Black Mountain Radio, that means, okay, maybe he is a person, or at least aware of some stuff
Well,
happening.
yeah. Well, he talks about things that you do in the game.
That's true. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Of course he does. So, yeah. So if he's an AI, he's aware.
Yep.
He's a robot. He's aware. And he's no Rose. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, no. Way too smooth.
The last thing I wanted to mention that wasn't roundtable related stuff was the perception distance. I'm finding incredible. It's really strange. I don't even know if I have that high of a perception
Yeah,
on
what
my
perception do you
base.
roll? Are you wearing a hat
remember.
or anything to
And
boost
that's
it?
the thing. I'm wearing a hat and glasses. My perception outshoots my weapon by like 2-3 fold. It's crazy how far I can see. I'm like, at first, when I was first playing, I had on the hat and the thing, and I was like, oh my God, a red bar, something's right. It's about to kill me. Oh no, it's right around the goddamn. And I'm like, hitting VATS, spamming VATS. Like, I can't find it. Where the. And like, eventually, I was like, it's way the fuck over there on the other side of the goddamn canyon. And I'm like, why on earth is this locking on a red, like, perception enemy bar?
It's
Jesus
even worse
Christ.
for you now because when you get Eddie as a follower,
Yeah.
Does he boost
he
perception as well?
increases your perception distance.
Oh, good lord!
And did
That's
you get
probably
4
why.
eyes?
I
Did you
have
get
4
4 eyes
eyes.
of-
Yes, I have 4
Oh.
eyes. I have I can literally see across the goddamn valley. It is weird.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of cool, Andrew? If you play on PC, like
Yeah.
I gotta laud the benefits of PC here. I have never had draw distance like this. Everything's at max. It looks beautiful. I
Yeah.
can be hanging out on the porch of the Prospector Saloon with Easy Pete and see a roller coaster in the distance.
Oh,
Like,
really? That's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's awesome. How are the potato faces? You got a mod for that?
Yeah. Yeah, they just distract you with the size of the. No.
The bazoongas?
It's only Sunny Smile so
Oh,
far.
they have
Only Sunny
faces?
Smile so far.
Up
there'll
here,
probably be more.
fellas.
I couldn't believe that leather armor she was wearing. Oh my goodness! But the faces are great in my game. So I have
Yeah.
a couple different face mods. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing in first person. I'm trying to play more in first person. I find that there's a couple more benefits to it. One, I don't have to like see I just don't really love the graphics. I'm sort of getting past it now, but it's such a shock going back to the slow, clunky running without any sprint and the sort of less. I assume you guys can both pump up your game so that it looks almost like Fallout 4 or better, but
It's
Not
getting there.
quite
It's
that
not quite.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely not there. But I will say I've never had sprint. This is my first time ever having sprint in the game.
Oh, is it
And
nice?
it's not a good sprint,
Oh,
but
that's
it's
too bad.
definitely faster. I mean, I can click in the left trigger, the left stick, and I can
Yeah.
run.
I'm still hitting the same button that I hit for sprint
Mhm.
in Fallout 4, and I've got it set to wait in New Vegas. So like,
Yeah,
it's
I had
the
to move it.
exact
That's where
opposite of everything I want to do.
I moved VATS to the left bumper where it belongs instead of right bumper, and right bumper is now the wait button for me. And then I changed
Oh, that's
select to
interesting.
the view. Yeah, because
You've-
there is no grenade button. It's not you know what I mean? You got to equip grenades.
Right?
can I tell you the most
they're your
shocking
attack
moment?
button. I forgot. Right. What's
The
up?
most shocking moment of character creation. We're going to get to our characters in just a second anyway. But when I finished talking to, first it was getting past Doc Mitchell's face being so big with my widescreen before I got that fixed. But then I made my character. I spent
got
like
a
an hour and a half
boogie, bro.
character creator. I stand up. I'm buck ass naked in front of Doc Mitchell. Like the mods
You
I
don't have
had,
your
I had no
t-shirt
clothes.
on or anything. You usually have a
No,
little
there was
t-shirt and some
nothing.
shorts on.
There was nothing. I was very naked.
That's weird. I was gonna say that I was a little uncomfortable. Him just bossing me around him in my underpants, and I was wearing underpants
Yeah,
And a
it was
t-shirt.
and a
a
shirt.
real
Yeah,
surprise. I might need to find like a safer thing on my mod because I am worried when I get to New Vegas, like what some of the
it's
people
like,
are going to
I
be
at
wearing.
least need some nipple tassels. You guys, come on, taste. Let's think of taste here.
Yeah. Those girls have the little electrician's tape. Crisscross.
Yeah, that'll be it. Oh my gosh. Hungry,
That's
thirsty,
so punk
horny.
rock.
The modders sure were. But no, I mean, that's what happens. Once again, I used collections for this. Like, oh, NPC collection, sure. But that's what happens. Boobenstein does New Vegas. Yeah, it's a new movie. That's from Rando in chat. Oh, anyway, sorry. Is that the rest of your gameplay, Andrew?
Yeah, that's basically all I have there. Oh, you got a Ken poll question here.
Yeah, believe it or not, we have a Ken poll question this week, but I also had one of those. So the traditional Ken poll was, of course, posted up on Twitter, but he just posted 3 hours ago on Facebook a little question, and we got some answers already, so I thought I'd bring it up. So Ken said, question for the Fallout feed. If Fallout 76 servers were closed down permanently tomorrow, where would you leave your character when you log out, knowing they'd be there forever? And so he says he'd choose to log out at the lighthouse if the server shut down because of the pretty view. We got a couple answers from other people while you think. Dwight said, probably the Owl Cave. The absolute best aspect of this game has been the excellent people I've met through it. And Cilior said, probably a place that I've visited frequently with friends, either a camp location or maybe Helvetia, some spot with a lot of memories attached to it. That's a good one too. Tyrell says, front porch of my favorite camp. That's Tyrell. Bob says, sitting in the stands at the Tyler County Dirt Track.
Of course he did.
Good choice, Bob.
Good
I mean,
job, Bob.
that makes good sense for him, yeah. And Lacey says, I didn't spend all this time building my camp for them not to enjoy it. They hardly see it right now. So, yeah, she would leave her character out of camp.
I was going to say, could you mod a video game controller, and then I'll put that in my character's hand and plop him down in front of a TV for the next eternity.
Oh, that's perfect. Any thoughts, Ray?
So my character is...
Yeah, where is he? Ray already did this, you guys.
She's just outside of the railroad station at the top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where I was ferrying equipment back and forth between saves.
To the new character and stuff? To your roundtable character?
Well, so I took stuff that I had on my roundtable character and gave it to my mainest character. So, yeah. So she emptied the box out, and then I quit, and then I uninstalled.
By the top of the world is a great location. I love that one. I mean, I think I have to just say my favorite location in the ash heap, you know? Under my big ass tree by the pond where my camp is, on a bench with a bunch of rabbits and Mr. Fuzzy, a couple of bunnabuns, Mr. Fuzzy, a couple of plants that wouldn't normally grow in the ash heap because I added them. That'd be the perfect place
have
to
a
go.
giant beret fire.
Looking out over the valley. No, do not burn the berets. So it was suggested today in the AMA, which we'll talk about, they asked me anything when we get to Iguana Bits, that they should add a beret scrap box, like a beret stash box just for berets. Look at the ammo box and the med box and stuff. Yeah.
Who would that
I'm the one who
benefit
suggested
besides
it. I'm the one who suggested
you?
it. But
I'm like,
still.
that is a great, brilliant person who suggested that.
I mean, I'm like, this is a great idea. Yeah. But I don't think I got traction.
But
a clothes hamper would be nice, huh? Come on.
If the person has enough of them. Yeah, well, that's actually where Lady Gob, a friend of mine, was in the AMA too, and she mentioned, an outfit stash box, which, you can understand having a wardrobe. A wardrobe would make a lot of sense. Now, a lot of outfits we can craft at the bench, and they only cost like one cloth or cloth and oil, like not much. They're not too hard to make, but there are plenty of ones you find, especially rare outfits for people who play a lot and collect their asylum dresses and their traveler's coats and stuff like that, who they might want a special wardrobe location for that. I like that idea.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I also am still waiting for my sewer's table where you can take every outfit, all the different little aspects about them, and modularize them and combine everything else together. Wish that would happen. What are we doing now? Ken Poll, where are you dying?
I think we covered all of it.
Top of the world. I don't know. But Ray brought up a good point, too. He said mainist character. I've got like 6 characters in the game. 5? We got 5 characters. Am I going to go leave them all at a nice, memorable location? Like my
yeah, they don't have their favorite spots.
My ghoul, I'm going to go leave my ghoul at the, some radiated pit.
Yeah, Ron would be hanging out at Foundation. Like if Ron was going to log off forever, he'd be at Foundation. My old girl Atticus would be actually probably probably up near Arctos Pharma, like on that area kind of overlooking from the other side of the lighthouse. She had a camp there for a while, and so you're kind of halfway between Helvetia and the lighthouse there. Yeah. My character, Wendy would be hanging out near the Wendigo cave because that's her style.
And is there any particular reason this came up? Has there been any rumor of 76 servers shutting down?
Nope. And do not
Okay.
let a rumor start here. There has been no such rumor.
That did
And
not
only is it
happen. La la la
not-
la 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 la.
Not only is it not happening, but we're actually far from it. They have
Okay.
several years of content in the works. They already, they've got a roadmap out there. We may only know 4 months at a time or so, but they've got a lot
Yeah.
more written down.
Yeah, they're not shutting down the cash cow.
The cash is
No,
still making
we're doing
money.
good. We're doing real good right now.
Good for them. All right, guys. Been a long time, but I think it's about finally time to roll back into some
What is it with the roundtable stuff?
round table stuff. All right. Looks like we want to do a little bit of a character intro, background sort of thing, sort of kick off our characters, see where everybody's coming from. We've got some community submissions as well. So why don't we go ahead and roll into it and see what everybody's getting into. Jess, did you like your character role?
Yeah, very much so. Calliope, she is cool. Now, at that point, she has a bit of kind of average stats. We talked through them last week. Strength of 4 is her lowest. Intelligence 8 is her highest, which that's kind of unique. Having an 8 intelligence was kind of cool. It's funny. I was looking at, do I want to fudge it at all when I was with Doc Mitchell and at the, what is it? The Vitamatic? Is that what it's called?
Vigor tester.
Right. The Vitamatic Vigor Tester.
I like
Thank you.
Vitamatic, yeah.
And I'm like, do I want to tweak any of this? But no, I went with what I rolled. I went with exactly that. And same with the tag skills, science, medicine, speech. I'm very soft skills. Like that's how Calliope is. She's a bit nerdy. And her traits, she's got good natured and skilled. And as we know, skilled gives you +5 across all your skills, like we talked about a bit. Good natured, once again, it gives you +5 points in some of those skills again. So more science, medicine, speech, barter, that sort of thing. But you lose in like all your weapons, right? Like energy weapons, melee weapons, I think, Ray,
Yeah.
something like that.
Guns, yeah.
Yeah. So, she is very, very on the soft skills front right out of the gate between the intelligence tag skills and the traits. Her
Yeah.
backstory.
Well, the awesome thing about New Vegas is that it's very well tuned to a pacifist run.
Okay, I was just
Yeah,
about to ask
more than the other.
if that's a good alternate play style.
Oh,
Because
yeah, for sure.
sometimes you get hosed trying to do that,
You can talk your way through a lot. You can have companions help with a lot. Yeah, it's totally viable. So I like her. And like her kind of quirks were she had the archivist kind of the idea is that she examines every terminal and note and is really into lore and history of the area. So, that's perfect for me. So yeah, I'm really liking Calliope. And playing on PC is a little different, but it didn't take me too long to get back to control. So that's my character. As far as her background beyond that, I'm thinking she's not a Brotherhood scribe, but I'm thinking she kind of came up. She's got that kind of perspective. So I'll figure out more as I play her. We're only a little ways in so far.
Ray, what you got?
So my character is Monty.
Love it.
Excellent.
And so I forced myself to get charisma of 1, which, with a charisma of 1 and, no skilled and, gun sneak and survival, I have no barter skill, no speech skill, medicine and all that is really low. And so there was no way that I was going to be able to, to run around with a speech of 7. You would pass 0 checks.
Yeah.
In the game.
You'd have to definitely focus on that your first few level ups.
So I did. So I got it up to where I could, where it was manageable. So
wait, did you say you wanted to get low charisma? A 1 on purpose?
yeah.
So you wanted to put
because
yourself
I
in this
wanted-
situation?
Yeah, well, I wanted a character that had some flaws, and I got it because So I gave myself charisma of 1 on purpose, but I didn't not give myself skilled on purpose.
Right.
And so when I came up without skilled, it was like, ouch. So I did not get Chet to donate the leather armor to the group.
No armor for the cause, huh?
Fortunately, I did get 4 eyes, and there's a pair of glasses in Doc Mitchell's house, so I didn't have to go outside with bad perception.
I got some extra perception for you, bud. You want some perception? I got perception for days.
Yeah, I don't really need it. I can see farther than my scope, and I don't have Eddie.
It's weird when you look through a scope and it limits your sight.
Yeah, that's when you need a soft cloth. You need to clean it.
So
crap, I forgot my solution.
So my character, let's see what I've got here. So I got my role-playing quirk was observer. So always takes a moment to survey a new outdoor area from a high vantage point.
Yep.
Which
Wait,
was
say that
pretty
again?
easy because I always do it anyway. So
Just
you take a
survey it.
moment to go to look over
Oh,
the
that was
area.
your assigned quirk or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought there was a trait like that lets you discover the locations in an area, kind of like the watchtowers in 76 or something. But
Oh, cool. Yeah, no.
no,
No,
yeah, that would
just
have
a little
been neat.
quirk.
All right, no, but that's cool. Yeah, because that's cool to do anyway. Ray's right.
Especially since I have, my main damage dealing is sneak. So, I need to be able to see what's where so I know how to approach an area and, sneak up on everybody. So, but yeah, I've been struggling to kind of, get some kind of direction. But,
Right.
It's coming together. I don't dislike Monty as much as I did my last roundtable character.
Yeah. You'll vibe with Monty a little better once you get into it.
Yeah. But so I definitely focus on collecting magazines because that's been pretty critical in passing checks in the game. And it's, it's pretty easy to do. I am not particularly worried about my karma. So mine's mainly faction concerns in how to manage those. So that's what I
Nice.
do.
Does charisma limit that a lot, you think?
No.
Does it make joining the Legion super easy, but the rest of them really difficult?
No.
Yeah.
I mean
too.
that's all based on actions that you take.
Right. Actions you take, and a lot of checks are more skills than your special. So yeah, low charisma affects a few things, but that's why it's considered a dump stat by some.
Yeah.
It's interesting
How
that
about-
they section out barter from other speech stuff, because I think in 4 it seems like your barter skill is directly related to, like, your speech and barter are kind of wrapped into one, right?
Well, because there aren't skills in the same way, or perks. Like you're leveling up on the chart, so you're putting points into something to help your barter. But otherwise, yeah, it's just determined by your special stats. It is done differently. It's not the whole
Yeah.
special.
Lots
trace
of little
perks.
differences. I keep
skills.
writing you guys. I'm like, what does this mean? Is this different? How does that work? Is this
One reason people complain about 4 being simplified in certain role-playing aspects, because some of that stuff is more limited. I mean, you can still affect it, but it tends to be a lot more general buckets.
What's your opinion on the trade-off? Would you rather have a smoother experience with more fun gameplay, or a deeper, more satisfying role-playing quirk experience?
Oh,
What do you
I like
think?
skills, perks, traits.
Yeah.
Yeah, the three in New Vegas system. I mean, don't get me wrong. 4 is fine, and as is 76 with the cards. But I do like the creative perks because perks are quirky, and some of the skills that you get on 4 on the chart are. Well, I'm forgetting if they're calling perks and skills in 4 now. See, this is what happens. But but on the perk chart, right? Because they're perks. Some of them are quirky, but they're not quirky like they are in 3 in New Vegas, and I love that.
Get some out there ones, right?
Yeah.
So
about you?
the trade-off thing, I think, I don't know. I always have a hard time dealing with the negative aspect of everything as well. But I guess it's sort of a cool tool as well.
Yeah, I here's the thing, just on 4, just to sum it up real quick. A lot of it's percentage based. So you're getting 10% more of this, 5% more of this, as opposed to like the kind of clever ways that some perks happen. But in the end, it still ends up being almost the same thing.
All right, you guys. So my character, let's see, let's pull up my little photo here. I'm doing the whole thing where, I mean, this game is pretty much perfectly set up to do the I have no idea who I am. I don't know where I came from. I woke up with amnesia, which I think usually amnesia is sort of like a lazy storytelling device a lot of the time, but I think it's well served, especially in a role-playing video game where you just wake up and then you get to establish who you are, where you came from.
The mystery works here. It's not like it comes up a lot. You just don't talk about it. You don't think about it, so you don't really know how much your character does know.
So, but I do kind of enjoy that. Let's see, specials, the lowest was charisma at 3. My highest is agility and intelligence at 8. So it was kind of fun having intelligence high because science was one of my assigned skills, and that meant I got Eddie repaired fairly quickly and easily. Just having a high intelligence boost, and then, Jeff's tipped a double dip, the skilled trait, perk, skill, whatever that is. My tag skills are guns, science, and sneak. So I was thinking sneak and guns, that's pretty much goes hand in hand. I did not have the instinct like Ray, though, to go find a silencer immediately. And I don't know if that's because my perception is so high. I just feel like if I'm sneaking and take a shot off, if I hit them, they're not going to, see me anyway. I don't even know if I need a silencer, I mean, if I up my difficulty level a couple of bumps, then maybe I should, would need to find a silencer. But I'm finding, I got the varmint rifle to start off with, so I've been running around with that for most of the time. And then I found like a cowboy repeater or something like that, and I was like, oh, this is what a rifle's supposed to do. But the varmint rifle, although fun, but it's a good gecko gun, but you get up to anything above that, it's the varmint rifle and cutting the heat. So would there be a way for me to make the varmint rifle like can you do upgrades and mods and stuff? You can, right?
Yeah, you
There
can, but
are
it's
mods.
never going to be a major gun.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's how do you buy mods from like Chet or something?
From vendors, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chet has some. Johnson Nash has some.
So there are mods all over, and
Johnson Nash
the guns
is in
that
Prim,
end-
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
remember that there's the Gunrunner's Arsenal add-on that we have
Yeah.
too. So guns that say gun followed by GRA, those are Gunrunner's Arsenal, and they have different mods. So if you find mods that are labeled GRA, they can only be used with GRA guns. Just keep that in mind.
Okay. All right. That
And the
makes
varmint
sense.
rifle does not have a GRA version, I don't believe.
No. Mm-mm.
Varmint rifle. Gun runner varmint rifle. Yeah. So what else? I found a Ripper. So I've been kind of using that if things get too up close. Like I'm good things from a distance. I can either VATS them or like I get enough time where I can finally get my crosshairs on them, get a shot off. But like the mantises in the school, like were on my feet, and like with the rifle, close range is hard. I was trying to figure out, is there a fucking bash button? What am I doing? Like, can you bash in this game? I couldn't
It's
figure out
just
how to
unarmed
do
punching.
it.
It's
unarmed
there
punch-
is no bash and grenade button. It's just punching.
So I'd have to, disarm my gun and go to
Unequip
fists?
your weapon.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that's what I was just
And
like.
there is a quick wheel. There is a quick wheel there, so you can put things, on the menu. So press down the D-pad to select. And
Yeah.
I usually,
it's got the angles too.
Yep, I usually have like shotgun, energy weapon, primary gun, and then if a melee weapon as I go around the wheel.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do the angles, like the up, just up, down, left and right are my main. It's like, don't put anything important on those angle ones because I can't. My fat fingers don't
So
smash.
those
that
are our
button very well.
characters. What's your character name?
Character name? I forget what I name her. Booberella.
No, that's what you named me.
Oh, Boobtastic was her name.
Oh, really? Are we both from the Boob family?
No.
Thanks for keeping me abreast. I didn't know.
Rocket Bellwether. Rocket
Right,
Bellwether.
Rocket.
I think Bellwether came up a few times as a last name, didn't it?
Yeah, it came up twice.
Yeah, but we can be cousins or something. Yeah, so that's my little. I have no background. I'm doing the amnesia thing.
Well, we got 2 character intros from a couple of our play-along characters, too. Feedback week is officially next week for the quest we're doing, which, again, is Ain't That a Kick in the Head, Back in the Saddle, Campfire on a Trail, and My Kind of Town for this first one. So we want feedback from you guys on that next week. Basically, the intro of the game up until Nipton. And we're going to go over that in just a minute with our own versions, but we got feedback in this week from Will and from Sulior about their characters. So can I play that now?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, fellas.
Okay, let's get into it. First up, I believe this is Will.
Hello, Fallout friends. Will here to introduce my latest character, Callista Cal Hawthorne. Cal was born into a small caravan family along the I-15, as per the backstory snippet from the randomizer. It's the kind of family that got by through trading and salvage runs, so she grew up learning the lessons of the road, like fixing things, traveling light, staying aware of her surroundings. At some point later in her teenage years, her caravan suffered a terrible, violent event, leaving her on her own, which, of course, she doesn't remember, but it still shapes her. Occasionally, she'll have a moment, not a full memory exactly, but an emotional flash from her past that shapes her decisions, though she doesn't exactly know why. That time she spent alone honed her finer abilities, made her more observant, analytical, and cautious. Those are her highest abilities of perception and intelligence that are both at 7. This lone wanderer lifestyle suited her. She didn't have to worry about or lose anyone else, and it's a big reason why she eventually took up work as a courier. She could work on her own, and the constant movement felt natural, while staying in one place didn't. Her tag skills are guns, repair, and speech. Guns and repair are pretty obvious for someone raised in a caravan environment, learning to maintain their own equipment and defending themselves when things go wrong, which kind of ties into her speech tag. Though she's capable of defending herself, she always tries to talk her way out of trouble first. This is part of her backstory snippet from the randomizer also. But her lowest stat is charisma at 4, so it doesn't always work out that way. And this brings me to sesquipedalian. I get a daily email with a new word of the day. It's what blessed us with the word absquatulate, if anyone remembers that from our last Fallout 3 roundtable. It means to leave abruptly or with haste. Anyways, I usually just get the emails, read the word, and forget it. A recent word that came up, though, was a sesquipedalian, which basically is a person that likes to use overly big words. When Jess was asking for prompts during her character role, I suggested that one in the Discord. She didn't use it, but that's okay. I've decided it suits Cal just fine. So she has a quirk of trying to use impressive words occasionally that usually just go over people's head and or are misused and just annoy people. So that's part of the speech tag and, how it plays in with her, not her best charisma. To facilitate this, I'm actually going to try to incorporate 3 to 5 of the previous couple of weeks' daily words I get into my feedback, and we'll see how it goes. The randomizer gave her a quirk of preferring to travel light, only picking up things that are immediately useful or related to repairs and such, so not a typical way most of us Fallout players play. Her faction is NCR, and her assigned companion is Cass. Which could be fun. They're both sort of in a bad place right now, and despite their many opposites, they'll team up and save each other, if you will, being the person they didn't know they needed. So that's Callista Cal Hawthorne, a survivor whose past is a mystery even to herself, a woman shaped by a caravan childhood and a tragic event even from before she was shot in the head that she no longer remembers. She's someone who's trying to piece together who she is while navigating the Mojave. Sorry to absquatulate, but see you in the wasteland.
Will's characters, so on that, he also wrote up a diary for Callista Cal Hawthorne. in the Fallout channel on Discord too. So that's for everybody there. So good. Yeah, you guys should have gotten most of it. It's about a 4-minute feedback, and I think I only muted for about 30 seconds of it.
Yeah, it was a couple of quick ones. Yeah.
Sounds good. But yeah, Callista sounds awesome, and I really enjoyed that. I'm glad that he likes how the randomizer came out. So next up on the character intros, we have an intro of Ace Rockwell, cool cat Ace Rockwell from Silior, and I will not mute this time.
Hey, all you cool cats and dolls. My name is Ace Rockwell. I think my parents named me Ace because they knew from a young age that I'd be the top dog. Since we're going to be spending so much time together, I figured an introduction was in order. You dig? What am I saying? Of course you do. You wouldn't be here otherwise, right?
Ace, what are you doing?
Oh, don't you mind none. Just saying hello. So, I was raised at this small research facility near Helios 1. Even from a young age, I loved to tinker with things. However, I never really liked staying in one place for very long. The walls just felt confining, you know? I craved the open air. Eventually, I said goodbye to my parents and hit the open road. Every now and then, I got work with the Crimson Caravan. I loved being able to travel with them, and the extra caps didn't hurt either. Whenever I was out on assignment, I always explored as much of the area as I could, always looking for scrap parts to tinker with. Recently, I got this courier job to deliver some really small package. I should have known from the beginning that this was trouble. The contract never smelled right. And that took me to Good Springs, where I ended up with a bullet in my head. Really did seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck, like that guy in the checkered suit said. Don't know why he wanted to kill me over some poker chip, though. You know, even though he tried to kill me, he does have style. Maybe if I'm gonna get anywhere in this world, I need to start having a little style myself. Anyway, after this Securitron named Victor dug me up and Doc Mitchell patched me up, I decided to explore my surroundings at Good Springs. Maybe whoever that guy is left some clues. I went up to the graveyard and found some cigarette butts that he was smoking there. He did have a very specific brand that he smoked. Oh, by the way, don't go north from there. You will not make it out alive. Also, while in Good Springs, I encountered this girl named Sunny Smiles, and she asked for my help taking care of some geckos that had been causing trouble. All in all, there's plenty to see around Good Springs if you know where to look. But eventually, I make my way out to Prim, and I find on this countertop this broken iBot.
Oh wait, we're getting into
Apparently
next week's
its name
feedback
is
here.
Edie.
Let's let it
With all
go.
the scavenging I've been doing, I just happen to have the parts needed to repair it on me. And I think he's going to make a pretty good friend. Proven useful so far, helped me take out some coyotes that were terrorizing some people. Anyway, I hear that the people in Good Springs need my help, so I should probably head back there. But until that time comes, I'm going to hand this back over to what's-his-name that's standing out in the hallway. You can come back in now.
Next time, why don't you ask before you use my computer?
You never said I needed permission.
Yes, but it's common courtesy.
So, the last few weeks have been fun. I have been determined to play this on PC this time, so I have been making sure that I can stream it from PC no problem. And I did a test stream, vanilla, turned out fine. I added some mods and it made it super choppy. So I think I'm going to have to stick with pretty much vanilla, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? It's fine. It's better than not being able to
I got a
stream
few
it at all.
mods I can suggest.
So,
Think you'd like them.
yeah, I made Ace Rockwell, and I did have a mod called A World of Pain that added a lot of NPCs, locations, and quests to the world. So I spent a little bit of time. I didn't even really leave the Good Springs area. There were so many locations close to Good Springs or in Good Springs that provided some pretty good XP. But again, my stream quality was really choppy. It was fine on my end, but it made the game
stream broadcast like really choppy, so I think I'm gonna have to get rid of that. So yeah, and it's been fun. Other than that, I was exploring all of the area around Good Springs, even vanilla, and I found this Vipers camp just north of Good Springs, and it got to the point where no matter which way I turned, I had scorpions coming up behind me. I had the Vipers ahead of me. To the northeast, I had some Cazadors. To the
You're not supposed to go
east,
north.
I had some Death
No.
Claws. Like, no matter which way I turned, I was completely screwed. It
Following
was
his
entertaining
own
for
advice.
people to watch, at least. But then, like I said, I made my way back to Prim. Eventually, I figured out I could fast travel even when my sneak meter said caution. But I fast traveled to Prim, and it turned out I had the parts I needed to repair Edie. So with the way his build was set up, it wasn't any problem being able to repair Edie. So I'm actually kind of wondering if I had Edie with me when I was at that location, if I actually would have been able to kill everything and not die 1,000 times. But, we'll find out next time, right? Anyway, just wanted to give a quick introduction to the character of Ace Rockwell. Hope you all enjoy, and I will see you all in the wasteland.
Thank you, sir. I had a question about Eddie and his quest. Evidently, part of his quest is I took him to, when I got up to Novak, I took him to the landfill just north of there. There's a lady vendor and all that. And then Eddie plays a recording that was from his former programmer from Washington, D.C., from the Capital Wasteland. He's sending Eddie to, by way of Chicago, to some, not Nellis Air Force Base, but some other military outpost out somewhere out west. Mariposa? Maybe? I don't remember.
So
But-
I think he's from the East Coast Enclave originally, and I think when
Enclave.
Adams Air Force
Okay.
Base is mentioned.
I don't remember the specific locations, but he's on a long journey, right?
Yep.
But I got that automatic message, and then the quest just, like, there's no further quest marker. But it said something about the recordings being prompted by, like, verbiage or words used or something. I remember them saying something like that. So how do you prompt the next leg of his quest? Is it just when you show up to the next part randomly, or how does that work? How does his quest work?
They unroll over time. There's supposed to be several days in between. So like most people playing with Edie or Eddie, as you guys call him, won't be getting this first transmission for a while. But yeah, when you talk to the old lady at the junk heap, that's one of the first places it points you to. And then I don't remember if it's a couple of days later or a couple of events later.
Okay, so it's like a time or okay, all right,
Yep.
I see. So I was just worried that I had broken something already.
Oh no, those are the logs, and they're supposed to unfold slowly over time as you travel with Edie.
Okay, cool, all right. And so I'll go check and see if I can get him some mods too, right? Because I got some extra caps. Nothing is like level locked or anything in that way, right? And to purchase like mods for the robot and stuff.
Well, so the mods for the robot you get in Lonesome Road.
Oh, you can't buy those. I thought you were saying you could go buy those.
No,
you have
can
to
buy,
earn those. Okay.
Yeah, you buy mods for your guns and stuff.
Now I get it. Okay.
And
Yeah,
Edie
and-
can get upgrades later in the game from various factions. So the Followers of the Apocalypse and the Brotherhood of Steel will offer to upgrade Edie for you later in the game.
Followers of the Apocalypse. Is that the same? The Bright or whatever?
Old Mormon
No.
Fort.
Those are
Nope.
different things? Okay. Old Mormon Fort. Okay.
So let's get to our quest real quick.
Do it.
Okay, so we had a couple of assigned quests this week, and we'll just go through them pretty fast because we actually covered a lot of this, I think. I mean, I want to hear everybody's specifics. We covered a lot of it during our gameplay, kind of talking through it. So the first quest is Ain't That a Kick in the Head? And all that quest consists of is watching the intro, waking up, getting checked out by Doc Mitchell, getting really checked out in some of our cases, and deciding on assigning your special skills and
Doc,
your
is a
regular skills and
camera
all
really
that.
necessary right now?
But so yeah, that's just going through the character creation. And so you wake up and you go to the vigor tester and you check your special and you choose all that. And then you make your way over to the couch where he Sigmund Freud's you for a bit with ink spots and questions, kind of like the goat. I did enjoy that. I did, it's fun little questions, not quite as ridiculous as the goat test.
So that just determines the skills, like the layout of the distribution of points you're getting, right?
Yeah.
What he's gonna give you, and then he says, "Does this look about right?" And then you can completely determine it yourself. So it's
You're
just
like,
a nice.
no, that looks terrible.
Yeah, this was so wrong. That's not what I said at all. I mean, it happens a lot, but there's also like the fact that on the goat, I thought my first 3 playthroughs of Fallout 3 that you always were a custodian. And then I found out, wait, no, it's just the way I choose every time. You can be lots of different things from the goat.
A custodian.
Seriously, I was given like janitorial or custodian the first 3 times I played Fallout 3. But that's neither here nor there.
Your beginning
So.
weapon is a mop.
After this, though, your rewards for finishing that up with Doc is that he says, it seems you're about as good as you can be, and here you go. And he tells you should go visit Sunny Smiles for a little bit of get some oriented around here. And he gives you a Vault 21 jumpsuit. You get your Pit Boy 3000.
Which, in your case,
Vault 21.
His little comment is actually more appropriate.
Right.
Because, he said that
Here,
you should put this on, so that the locals don't tease you for your lack of modesty.
Yeah. No, that definitely hit hard for me. I'm like, thank God I finally have some clothes because I'm here parading around his apartment. And I'm also, because I didn't do this right away because I wanted to go into photo mode, so I'm here taking photos. I'm like, wait, I can't get myself in the picture. So yeah, it was but we fixed it. But so you get some caps, you get some bobby pins, you get a few items based on your tag skills. And then you can also, after that, you can run around and loot the place a little bit. There are a few things you can do in Doc Mitchell's cabin.
A little bit. You can clean that place out.
I don't know. What are the actual valuable things? There's some stim packs, and I like those glasses. I always get the glasses.
Oh, there's lots of stuff. There's a magazine.
What kind?
I think it's...
Oh, and I just figured out again, there's different levels of magazines and books and shit, too. I was like, I totally forgot about that. It's like...
Yeah, skill books and magazines.
Yep, you get a couple. You can make chems at his chem bench if you got a high enough skill. Over there, you can hit the chemistry bench and make some chems.
Are all stuff you need just there in the area?
It just does it by trigger. It acts like it's in the area. So you're not actually picking and choosing. It's like you click it if you got the right skills and you get like a psycho and a couple of, not buff jet, but you get a couple of various things, steady and all that. Then you can...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if you got a good repair skill, you can repair the machine gun that's sitting on the box.
Yeah, get that 9mm machine gun, which is a good way to waste all your 9mm bullets. I mean... Luckily, we've done
spray all over the desert. Yeah,
right. We get a lot of weapons, but before that came out, like if you don't have all the extra weapons and armor you get from getting that loaded in inventory, you and your 9mm, you're going to be out of bullets pretty fast until you get that varmint rifle from Sunny.
One of the boxes has a laser pistol in it.
Yeah, which will be my main weapon. While I'm using a couple right now, that because of my character's role being very science based and stuff like that, I'll be higher on energy weapons.
Yeah, there's some great energy weapons in this game. That was my last roundtable we had. I was, in for science and energy weapons, and definitely got some good ones.
I've shot a plasma pistol a couple of times. It's pretty fun. I just picked up a plasma rifle for the first time, so I'm excited to play that. And then I was surprised. The plasma rifle and the plasma pistol take different ammunitions.
Yeah. And you can reformulate things, but yeah, there's the energy cell, the MFC, all that. But you can convert some of them at the.
I was just baffled. I was like, "Oh, sweet! I got a bunch of this plasma pistol ammo, so this rifle will do great." Oh, never mind.
Nope.
Is Eddie a flying reload bench or something? Like I noticed that there's an option. It's like, hey, I need to reload some shells or whatever. Like, so what can he do? Can so he's a reload bench, and can you repair shit too?
I don't remember. I don't think he can repair stuff.
Yeah,
Raul can.
The lady at the junkyard north of Novak too.
Yeah, old lady Gibson.
Old lady Gibson.
Yeah. A lot of them have repair skills and such, but yeah, Edie's just a workbench and a reloading bench because they're two separate things. Reloading bench is for bullets and
Loading
all that,
okay.
and breaking down, converting, adding, and then
Right.
workbench is for crafting stuff, but also some energy ammo. Is that
I
workbench?
saw that. I haven't done it at all. Any of the reloading stuff. Is it worth investing, like picking up all the ammunition and breaking it down for the lead and then getting what do you have to do? You have to have empty casings. Do you have to have gunpowder, I assume, and lead, probably.
Yeah, and primers.
Primers.
Yep.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
it's not bad. It's you break stuff down, you build stuff up. You kind of learn over time.
Yeah,
I haven't-
I'll play with that more. I've never explored that in this game.
So I've used it a bit in the past, but it's been a few years. So I mean, I've already recycled some of my energy cells and gotten more though. The bullets I haven't done yet.
Yeah, energy cells are a lot more practical than actually crafting bullets.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
what does that mean though?
At the reloading bench, go to the menu and you'll see. You can break
Okay.
down ammo into parts, and then you can take those parts and make more. I never think about it too technically because you can. You can be like, oh, I need this many primers and this many this and that, and scrap metal, break it down. You can do that, but I simply break down what I don't want to use, and then I build what I can out of what I have left, and don't worry about the numbers. You don't have to overthink it.
Just
Yeah,
fudge the
it's
numbers.
just easier to find and buy ammo.
Yep, that too. And if you
Yeah.
don't find yourself running out, you don't need to worry about it. But I do find that, and especially on hardcore mode, stuff like that, that it is a good system, and it's
Cool.
not as complicated as Caravan. So, there's that.
Oh, good lord.
Speaking of,
Rico or Ringo, whatever the fuck his name is, was like, hey, you want to play a game of Caravan? I was like, hey, there's powder gangers outside, bro.
I mean, they're not there yet. You got time for a quick game of Caravan.
I know. No, I don't.
Well,
He's like-
it's
Someone
good
does.
if you ever want to play, because he'll give you a deck.
Yep, he'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll give you my old deck. You definitely got to do that to get started.
Oh. And if I've already done that part of the game, where did Ringo go? Can I get that deck still?
He stays there for a few days. I don't know. You might need to get a Caravan deck from him later, somebody else later.
And
Yeah, he does go to
The Crimson
the
Caravan.
Crimson Caravan headquarters. You can find
Crimson
him there
Caravan,
later.
okay. Do you guys sleep and eat and stuff? Do you worry about that sort of shit?
Only to make it light out again sometime.
Yeah.
To make it light out. What do bad guys do different? Is it like Minecraft where different bad guys come out at night?
I like to be able to see.
You like to be able to see. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not playing with a Ray Darker Nights mod or anything
like-
on New Vegas.
She's like,
But,
Andrew, I am
it's
over
darker.
40. I need my glasses on at night now. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, plus, like, if I want to go shop at Chet's, like, I got some stuff I want to sell.
Oh, right. Vendors are closed at night.
Oh,
You're
and
right.
if you're in Good Spring, you can just go to, I mean, obviously you can go to Victor's shack after Victor leaves too, but you can go in there anyway. And there's, the little trailer right behind the Prospector Saloon. The building behind Prospector Saloon, there's a trailer on the left with a mattress in there.
Cool.
Good place to sleep early.
I just
But so-
waited on the bar stool until it was open. Will I get in trouble for
Right, too.
trespassing if I do that? Because she didn't mind it the first time, but I think if you do it
they
enough,
don't lock up. I don't think
Okay.
they lock up permanently.
I was
they,
just
Ray?
on
Do
the
you
bar
know?
stool waited. It's like, where is she? Oh shit! And
Yeah,
why
I
is
mean,
why
people
does the bar
do
close at
leave.
10 p.m.? The bar should be open till 2 a.m. That's a rule, right? Come on.
I mean, it's in Nevada. It could be
for
24 hours.
negative karma people like you, Andrew.
Oh,
It's a bonus
eye in the sky. Yeah.
because it's a lot easier to steal stuff when they're all in bed.
But I can't do it. I feel so guilty because of the karma. Ugh, so silly. All right, back in the saddle.
Yeah, so next up is back in the saddle. So if you take Doc Mitchell's advice, he sends you out to talk to Sunny Smiles. So you got to go talk to
Okay.
Sunny at the Prospector Saloon. So you walk in and, she is happy to see you, glad that you, made it out or that you're okay after what happened, because she heard about Victor taking you over to Doc Mitchell's. And she says, yeah, I can help you because you can tell her, Doc said you could help me get oriented and figure out what I'm doing out here. And she said, sure, come with me. And so she takes you out back and gives you a varmint rifle and teaches you a little about shooting. Now, you can skip all this, too. After you talk to her, you can, go out and you can say, skip tutorial. You don't need to do these. These are the tutorial missions, technically. But she'll give you a varmint rifle and tell you to shoot a couple of Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles.
Do you guys still do the tutorial quests?
for the round table always, but I mean also for the XP. I like getting the XP. I like doing it. It sends you around Good Spring. How about you, Ray?
Oh yeah, because then you go to the next part where you're shooting the geckos, and there's a very important, valuable piece of equipment there that you need to pick up.
Shovel?
For the rest of the game, the shovel.
I sold the shovel to Chet.
I went back to Chet to buy a shovel because I couldn't find the one. I must have picked up the one at the trough, like running through, and just because when I was just selling everything, maybe just sold it off. Because I got to a grave, I was like, okay, where's my shovel? Oh fuck, I don't have my shovel. So I went back and I spent a good hour running around the water troughs looking for the shovel. I was like, which one is it at? I cannot find. I thought it was the second one, but I couldn't find it. And I ran up and down both of those things all over. I could not find a fucking shovel. So I actually just ended up going to Chet. He had 2 in his inventory, so I was like, fuck.
You definitely
the
sold
one that he
one.
carries and the
one I sold him earlier. God damn it.
Yeah. So after you learn how to use the gun and properly aim, and you shoot down those at least 3 bottles, she's like, great, but you probably didn't come to me to learn how to shoot, fight Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles. So she asks you to come with her if you want down to the Good Spring source, which is the area where the geckos are. And there are wells there, and she goes down regularly to clear out the geckos, make sure everything's functioning and all that. So you go with her. Teaches you first you sneak. You learn how to sneak up and shoot a couple of geckos there. And then she's like, great, if you want to stick with me, we're going to do 3 more. And so then you can, or is it 2 more after that? Yeah, there's 3 total, 2 more. And so you go to the one and you clean it out, and that's where the shovel is at the second well area you go to. And then the last one has a settler fighting some geckos. So if you're not fast, she can die. But if you get there in time, you take out the geckos before she dies while she's alive. Yeah, she's flailing a bit. She's appreciative, and you get good reputation with Good Spring.
Which you're really going to get later anyway.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I'm actually going to drop in a picture here. So I like her outfit, but I have on Xbox many times failed to save her.
Oh.
I feel like either I was quicker on PC. Well, I was able to sprint. I was probably just quicker, but I had no trouble saving her this time.
Her neck is not nearly low cut enough, Jess. What is this?
I think it's a very appropriate outfit for the desert. Unlike
very
Sunny
disappointed
Smiles.
in this cut.
That's what I wanted to show you guys. So you knew that all my characters are wearing stuff.
Even the guys have luscious racks.
But yeah, so that's that quest. Basically, you help her out, you save her, you don't, and you take out all the stuff. And then you get the option again when you wrap up that quest with Sunny. You can either, quit the tutorial or keep on going. And if you keep on going, it's by a campfire on the trail. And so this is where you learn the third crafting system. So we've got reloading benches, we've got work benches, and we've got campfires. Did you end up doing this one, Andrew? I assume you did, but
I don't see. I learned how to cook the Brock flour thing. What was that? Healing powder. Healing powder. Yeah. I did that. So where you have to go up to the school and stuff. That's where I had the issue with all the fucking mantises and trying to with the bash. There's no bash. No bash. Much easier. Ray, that's not following the quest markers.
No. If you go up the hill behind you, there's one gecko, and you can pick the Xander roots and the Brock flower.
Oh, everything is right there.
Everything's right there.
Wow.
It's like,
But then I don't go to the school and get the
You can go there later.
The hacker magazine thing, and there's a couple magazines in that school.
Yeah,
it's
exploring
definitely a
through
good
there.
location.
You get some good stuff. And, the magazines are just temporary buffs, whereas the books are permanent buffs.
I just realized that too, like yesterday or the day before. I was like, wait a second. Why is this book more valuable than this one? Oh, wait.
But I had no problem hacking the terminal. So yeah, you go into the Good Spring School because to get the Xander route, it's just outside. You don't even need to go in, but of course you do. And you fight the mantises in there, and there's a lot of good stuff to raid in there. And you can loot the bodies for a few things to sell. But the loot in the safe is great. And if you don't do this during that quest, at the end of this one, when you turn it in too, you talk to Sunny. If you ask her about other things you could do, or if there's any work around here, she mentions, hey, there's a safe in the school that that we can't pick. And I think she says even Easy Pete tried with dynamite and he couldn't blow it open.
Yeah, she did say that.
But of course, I mean, by then we already hacked it, right? So
Well, but even if you do, go back and talk to her because she'll give you a magazine and some lockpicks, even if you've already done it.
Just as a thank you for stealing a bunch of stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
she's
It's
like,
good
well,
job.
go ahead and keep them.
Yeah, you could use these more than I can.
Nice. But
Thanks,
yeah,
lady.
so for this one, for the quest with the Xander root and Blackflower, you get the Xander root by the school, and you can go in and do that. And the Brock flower, of course, sends you up by the gravesite. So this is really just a tutorial, making sure you explore the town, you see things, figure it all out. And when you go up there, you get your first snow globe up there by the cemetery. You fight a couple of bloat flies, and you can find your first clue.
Snow
Who
globes
kills you?
are bobbleheads in this game, basically, right? Sort of the equivalent of
Without the buff. Without the buff. They're
without,
the collectible.
without the buff. That's what I
They're
meant.
just-
Really was something to go find.
2,000 caps a piece. Senior house.
Yeah. They're worth money. And then you can help him get the whole collection.
And there are what, 8, 10, something like that.
10 sounds right. I don't remember off the top of my head, honestly.
Okay, and they're all just scenic locations or something like that around the Mojave, right?
Yep.
Cool.
I think what it is, let's see. I think there are, you know what? It's because the DLC that I don't remember, right? Because there's one for Big MT, there's one for Lonesome Road, there's one for Zion. So you get all that plus the original 8. So there's 8, I think, in the base game.
Is there a grave to dig up there at that cemetery when you're getting the
Few of them.
what? Just their caps on them or anything? What's the
Caps, bullets.
nice?
I think I got a pistol.
It's odd that there's no bones in these graves.
So I don't dig up graves. That's not a thing that I do. But I did read some of the gravestones. Like, they've got names and stuff on the markers. It's fun to read after you kill the bloat flies. But don't go too far north again, or you'll end up exiting Good Springs. Happens.
Death claws, etc.
Yeah, etc. As Ace found out. But yeah, so it's a good place to get started on that, and that's pretty much it. Then you go back to Sunny and you learn how to craft the campfire, and
The craft fire, I like that.
and make the healing powder. And then, of course, there's a huge menu of other things you can make at campfires too. So there's a lot to it.
Healing powder, and I assume different various food dishes, etc.
And drugs.
At the fire? Cool.
Yeah, I believe you craft most of the drugs at the fire, right?
Yeah.
This one? Yeah.
Interesting. Alrighty. Anything
So,
exciting?
moving on.
Yeah.
As far as the rest of the quest, so that's the whole tutorial. Then on the list, I also put They Went That Away Part 1, because really They Went That Away is the whole quest until around the time you get to, actually make it to New Vegas.
Right.
So they want that away to start. The only objectives that we're hitting here so far is it encourages us to kind of find out more about the person who shot us. And so that's where you can talk to Trudy, and she tells you, some kind of fancy guy, and he was here with people. And then if you talk to Chet, I believe, and some others while you're investigating throughout the town, that's when Chet says, yeah, he's a city boy for sure. And it was great cons with him, and Chet makes a more kind of definite identification. And none of them mention the cigarette butts to you, but you found the distinctive cigarette butts up at the cemetery. So that's going to be your first clue up there.
Yeah. And you look you look next to the hole that Victor dug you out of.
Yeah. And that's another optional here too. It says optional, talk to Victor about your attackers. See what Victor saw. And he lets you know that there was some kind of no good nicks up there, up to no good. And he was watching from a distance. And then after they left, he went and he saw that you were still kicking. So he brought you to the dock. And he's awful friendly. Victor's very friendly.
Suspiciously so. He doesn't have any recollection of his background or history either, and the people around town seem to be a little creeped out by him too.
Yeah, like some of them are fine with him, say he doesn't cause trouble, but Trudy definitely is suspicious. But he's been there as long as she's been there.
Before her, right? Yeah,
Yep, that's what he meant. That's what she mentions.
But he doesn't remember how he got there either. So
I don't. Does he just not bring it up? Like I don't know that he says he doesn't remember.
He's very vague, so I'm not sure. Like I'm like, vague. Okay.
But I think when you can ask a bunch of different people about him, but I think Chet again is the one. Chet's a little bit more. He's been around a bit. He's been to New Vegas twice. Had a great time.
Twice.
Recommend you check out Gomorrah while you're there. Yeah.
Speaking of city boys, wow.
And he says, I think he's one of Mr. House's robots. So you get a connection there to the name Mr. House. And I think this is the first time you hear the name. But that's pretty much it for all we hit on They Went That Away, this mission.
Yep.
Aside from them sending you down to Prim, I think is where you kind of go next.
Yeah,
And that
and
brings
that's
us
my
to the-
kind of town, right?
Yep, and that's the My Time to Count town quest, which I didn't actually complete, like I said, on this one. I will, but
Yeah.
we
And
only had a couple days.
they make it really hard to not get involved with the Good Springs,
They do.
trouble.
Yeah.
Because when you go to talk to Trudy to get, more info about, the guy in the checkered suit, she's arguing with Joe Cobb.
Yeah, they get you right into it. They keep the story moving, which I think is well done. And what's the name of that quest to Good Spring Gunfight or something gunfight?
Yeah, I guess there's two quests because you can
Ghost
either
Town
side
gunfight.
with Good Springs or side with the Powder Gangers. So
Right, you can talk to Joe Cobb then or her.
yeah, I wanted to keep my reputation with the Powder Gangers, so I went around and did a sneak attack on Joe Cobb, and because there's nobody around him, I didn't get in trouble with the Powder Gangers for killing
Did you
him.
do that before they even showed up? Like before the attack even?
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of doing that.
I did it before I even went to talk to Ringo.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
you immediately fail the Powder Ganger. I think it's called Run Good Springs Run.
Hmm.
And then from there I went and talked to Ringo, because so you can't be seen shooting any Powder Gangers if you want to be anything, shunned or less. And so by killing Joe Cobb, that he's the main threat.
Hmm.
The rest of the the gang in Good Springs can take care of the random Powder Gangers that come along. So I just stayed back up at the gas station and waited for all that to go down, and was happy to see that Cheyenne made it.
Are these reputation ranks permanent, or can you reverse it at all?
They can go up and down depending, but it's pretty
yeah.
hard to get reversed from vilified, but it has happened.
Yeah. So, there's kind of a built-in thing. If you're in bad standing with the Legion, there's a quest where you have to go talk to Caesar, and they make an allowance for that.
Yeah, there are a couple times where they kind of pardon you. They're like, your past transgressions are forgiven if you work with us now, etc.
Yeah.
And you can also wear their outfits to disguise yourself too.
Yeah.
But Eddie won't carry them. Isn't that fucked up? Eddie will be like, no, I will not carry that Powder Ganger outfit.
I never tried.
He gets judgmental, and he's like, Eddie cannot carry that faction's armor.
Oh,
What?
interesting.
Why? Weird. He protests and he chucks it on the ground. So when you come out of the menu, it's just laying there. You're like, oh, okay, Eddie, thanks.
Yeah. So by staying, out of the fight, it let me get into the correctional facility.
Yeah, it
And,
leaves your options more open.
and do the quests, for Eddie, the conventional spelling guy, who's the head of the Powder Gangers. Do his quests and then sell them out to the NCR. At that point, then I was hated.
Fun.
I still didn't kill any Powder Gangers, so I wasn't vilified. I was only hated.
And vilified is the point where they'll attack on sight. But before vilified, they will not shoot at you. You just can't barter with them and stuff, right? Or what?
Yeah, if you're shunned, you can walk through their camps. But yeah, you can't do any trading with them or talk to them about.
Yeah, they'll make negative comment about you.
That's really interesting that Fallout 4 went away from that style of reputation and such.
Yeah, they got rid of that reputation. I mean, obviously you can have a little bit of standing with the various factions,
right?
But it's kind of like on or off.
It's different though.
Like good or bad. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I mean, it's partly they went away from that too. I feel because of settlement. The fact that there just weren't as many individual towns and factions interact with.
But yeah, so that that was a good chunk of XP and a lot of loot.
The jail there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you mentioned his quests, like the leader thing he has a whole quest tree of stuff to do.
Right. What does he have to do for you?
So first off, you got to go take care of one of the powder gangers that's kind of strayed from the flock and is doing his own thing.
Oh.
Okay.
And so you go convince him to leave the area, and then he sends you out. There's a shady looking trader hanging around Gene skydiving.
hmm
And so he wants you to go check it out. He thinks it's an NCR spy. Turns out he's a bounty hunter.
Ooh.
And so you can convince him to leave the area.
There's a Legion one too, right?
No.
No. Okay.
So then after you do those two, then he sends you to Prim to try to find info. He's worried that, the NCR hasn't responded to them taking the jail.
Right.
And so he wants to know what they're up to. And so you go talk to Johnson Nash, and he'll tell you that an NCR deserter passed through and gave him some info. And then that gives you the option to either go back to Eddie and tell him that, attack is coming, or you can go to the NCR and tell them that, you'll help them with an attack on.
Wow.
And so that's what I did. So I got hated by the powder gangers, but I got good reputation with the NCR.
That was good. Help get them back, that whole situation back under control. But it's cool that you did his quest first.
Yeah, it's an easy way in to the place without having to fight your way in, right?
I'd gotten in and talked to him before, like I said, on the one playthrough where I think I did it prior to even doing the Good Springs fight. And I think I did the first quest or two where you got to check in on people who are slacking and get their trust. But I don't think I ended up doing, the later ones that you mentioned.
So who's the sheriff that you can send back to Prim? Is he a prisoner there or something?
Yeah, he was a prisoner.
Okay.
In the NCR jail. And in order to get him as sheriff, you actually have to go get him pardoned.
Right. You have to get a pardon from the NCR. So there's three ways you can resolve this quest.
Whoa.
And I haven't done it yet, but first you get in, you talk to them. You got to go rescue Deputy Beagle from the situation with the powder gangers who took over a separate splinter group of powder gangers who
in
took
the
over.
hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Bison Steve in this game.
Bison
and
Steve.
then you got a couple paths for sheriff, right? You can bring in the NCR, you can recruit Sheriff Myers, I think his name is, or you can make Prim Slim sheriff.
And yeah, the people in Prim don't like you as much if you make them beholden to the NCR.
They're not fond of taxes.
And they'll complain about it a lot every time.
They do. They complain every time you visit. They do. Yeah,
So
I did that first. I did that my first playthrough.
Who do you install that makes the town itself the happiest?
Prim Slim.
Prim
Yeah,
Slim.
they like
And
both
he's
Prim Slim and Sheriff Myers. But
the robot with the cowboy hat, right?
Yep.
Prim Slim.
yeah. I feel like they were cool with Myers overall, though they sometimes wonder about his methods, just like, you expected. But yeah, I think Prim Slim is actually the happiest for them, isn't he, in the end?
Yeah, yeah.
I stumbled backward into that because I remember there was some sort of weapon at the Vicky and Vance. What's it called? Vance, what's it? I don't even remember what the casino's
Vicky
called.
and Vance. That's the couple that
Bonnie and Clyde, I assume, right?
Well, yeah, except that they actually never did anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
they
the
didn't?
Temu version of Bonnie and Clyde. Like, definitely discount.
So I was going in there looking for that weapon, and I ran into Prim Slim and just sort of accidentally backward assigned him to be the sheriff of the town. And I was like, well, okay, that quest. And I was like, I remember having to do like what Ray was like, having to go all the way up to the jail and then doing stuff to get that guy freed and then doing like a really long, drawn out process. I feel like I just skipped 4 quests by assigning the robot. And why could I do that? Was my not charisma, something was high enough that I just passed some sort of check. Science.
Yep, you have to be able to reprogram him to do that. But no, it's a great way to go. And you skip some stuff, sure, but you also do different stuff. So, and it helps you, move along the quest. And ultimately, you want to get that gun, right? What is the 9mm? I think it is higher damage. I don't know what else.
The machine gun there, whatever. Are there outfits there? Because the mannequins were. Can I get the Vicky and Vance outfit somewhere? Are they for
But
sale?
there's a quest to go find the people that stole the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where do you pick that up from the sheriff or the robot? Or
I don't remember where you get that from.
I'll go do that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Also, you want to make sure that you've cleared out the Bison Steve
Mhm.
before you institute to Prim Slim.
Oh, definitely.
What did I do?
Well, because so all of the convicts that are inside the hotel are now dead. You can go loot their bodies, but you lose all the XP for killing them.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's a
see. I
weapon
see
over
what
there
you mean.
too, right?
You're not gonna like have some weird karma issue. It's just that
No,
you're
it's
gonna
just
lose
that
the
you-
XP. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're losing some fights.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, the next time you come back to Prim, the robot's gonna turn on you and start shooting you."
No.
It's like,
I mean, it is handy if you're, if you're having trouble fighting at that point, because you can sneak in and get Deputy Beagle out of there, but you lose out on all the kills.
yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, it's worth it to go in guns blazing if you want the XP. If you want to be level 7 or 8 like Ray is already, you gotta actually shoot things. But I'm more talking my way around things. But I'm trying to remember, in the Bison Steve, isn't there a cool weapon in there that you have to, behind a very hard lock?
I couldn't lock. There was a door that I couldn't get out. There was a 75 level in there.
Yeah,
I couldn't
I
get
don't
behind.
remember what's inside. Yeah, because there's a terminal and a locked door just inside, in reception.
I think it's a hard locked floor safe. Yeah, and there's a revolver.
Yeah, there's
I
a
remember.
safe in there too.
Yep.
But
That's some good
there's a
stuff
lot
all
of
around.
loot. There's
And-
a couple of guys with flamethrowers.
I remember getting a lot and selling a lot there in the past, and I will this time too, soon. But yeah, I always like Prim. Prim's a good town to keep going back to. It's not Novak where you've got a room and Cliff Briscoe and everything there, but Prim is a good place. With Edie, there's a reason to go back for Edie if you don't get him originally.
There's a
And then
goddamn hotel there. We can't get a
Unlock some
room.
stuff.
We can't get a room at Prim. A room.
Well, yeah, you can sleep in some of the beds.
Yeah, you can sit there.
I'm
It's not like
being
your own
facetious.
space, but
No room to spare.
But yeah, Prim's a good place to go back to, and you can also see it grow after you make some choices as the game goes along too. People come moving back in, all that. Which, by
That's
the way,
good.
can I say, playing on PC, there's a lot more population in the Wasteland. It was great seeing more Wastelanders around Goodspring and people just kind of working and walking. And I'm used to it being like Goodspring has 7 people, 5 to 7 people, and now it was at least 10.
I assume that's
Much
a mod
larger.
that just populates more NPCs around.
Yeah, a couple of mods that I added, they add more wandering groups and stuff too, just
That's fun.
more people in general. Yeah, I love that. Something that I love in 76 and I'm sorry, in 4, getting all the patrols, getting Brotherhood patrols and random patrols. And it's good in 3, but I didn't play 3 on PC, so I couldn't get that mod. And so it's nice to have it.
It's very,
Yeah.
very good.
My only fear now, and by the way, that wraps up our roundtable quest for this week with my kind of town. But my only fear is that, we're going to get a little ways in to the roundtable and it's going to stop running on me. You know what I mean? Something's going to break and I have to go all the way back because I have too many mods.
And then
but
you're gonna okay.
fingers crossed.
It's gonna be February.
Mhm.
Ray and I are gonna be deep into this stuff, and then your computer's gonna crap out, and you're gonna have to restart and play from the couch, and try to play catch up 4 months behind. Just go to the damn couch now, just abandon that master race bullshit. Just say, no, I want to put my feet up and relax and spread
so tempted.
out. And,
I'm so
oh,
tempted,
man.
but it's so pretty. It looks so good, Andrew, and I can
I'm
spray
telling
it,
you,
kind of.
a 38-foot HDMI cable, drill a hole through your goddamn floor. You can play on your big TV on your couch, right?
They're tempting me too.
Can you run a cable or Bluetooth connect your TV downstairs to your
So here's my actual
stream
plan.
it to your TV, something?
To get ahead of things a little bit, because who knows if it's going to actually happen. But I'm hoping to get a new TV on Black Friday, and then the
There
TV
you
will
go.
move upstairs, and then the bedroom TV will move to the computer room. But if that doesn't happen,
Every TV gets upgraded a spot.
yeah, it's the TV shuffle, right? I'll have 3 TVs in the house now for one person. Makes perfect sense. But
Oh,
I
I'm
only have 2
embarrassed
right now.
about our TV. I just set up a third screen for me. Tori's like, why do you need a third screen? I'm like, football and stuff.
There are multiple of you in the house. It's fine. I used to, my excuse was I got one for the pug, but that doesn't fly as much anymore.
He loves his shows.
He does. Absolutely, he does. But yeah, I mean, technically I could run an HDMI cable to the bedroom TV, but that's like 15 feet, and I don't know if that's too long for a cable. Maybe 20 feet.
Do you actually, if the distance gets greater, passing it through a physical wire, does that actually degrade anything over the, like, would you notice a 40-foot cable versus a 5-foot cable and performance
HDMI,
somehow?
I think you would.
Yeah, in some formats it does impact it.
Yeah. Like others it doesn't, but I think HDMI it does for a bit. Yeah, I'm
It's
looking
been
up right
tech
now. Let's see. How long can an HDMI cable be?
As long as you make it.
Does cable length matter for signal? Yeah, signal does start to degrade depending on the wire.
Oh, all right. Well, Andrew's idea sucks.
No, it's a good one.
Yeah,
it can be
right.
as long as 49 feet. That's not bad. That's plenty. 49 feet is plenty. I don't live in the Wayne Manor. We're good.
All right. So I think that wraps up roundtable stuff. Anybody have any other quest related stuff you want to bring up? I don't want to get too deep into game time because we're kind of long on the show already. But everybody tune in to the live chat. Jess, as a segue into the news section, I'm going to have the Perceptive Pigcorn we're going to play really quickly here. So
Let's go.
Tune in, Jess, to the live chat. Here we go.
Nice.
What's next?
Iguana bits, y'all.
Jessica, to the office, please. Jessica, to the office. Your iguana bits are ready. Please come pick them up.
Isn't that cute?
They are. They're served popping fresh hot in that can.
The can of
great.
iguana bits.
It's got a little ring pull tab on top. I mean,
Car insurance in a can.
fresh enough for me. So yeah, we just got a few bits to hit tonight. It's been a long show already. So let's jump into it. We're not going to play a game first, Andrew, tonight?
That was the game.
Oh, Iguana Bits is the answer. Iguana Bits is the winner. Okay, so the Fallout fan celebration happened last weekend, and I hope you all saw pics. Really good time. A lot of us were only able to watch from afar, but there were thousands of people who attended. The weather did not cooperate. This is the fourth annual one, and for the first time, there was rain during the event, and it rained hard on Saturday, off and on all day. So people had to
Yuck.
duck in and get dry, but it's still, the show must go on. So yeah, a lot of great pictures from the event. I'm sure many of you have seen them and been watching, but there were things. One thing that you mentioned, Andrew, a proposal that happened.
Yeah, I thought that was super sweet.
Yeah, getting a proposal at the event right under the New Vegas sign. I think that was. Let's see, was that like?
Well,
you said I know their names. I think it was Felicia and Link. I'm looking at
the
right now.
comment
Yeah,
I was
Felicia
making is
and
that
Link.
I was like, oh look,
Congratulations.
some two random people are getting engaged at the Fallout thing. Oh, that's very nice for them, And I was thinking, wait a second, I bet you Jess personally knows each of those people and who they are and what their their whole deal is and all that. It's just goes to show how like small and tight the Fallout community is.
Right, our community, and that is kind of thing about the Fallout community is that we're all 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon from each other at most,
right,
and some a lot closer than that.
So I was like,
But
there's no way people could get married without Jess knowing about it.
Congratulations to the happy couple. He presented her a ring inside of a cap stash, which how perfect is that?
What was the ring? Was it like I don't know, something fun? Was it like, was it like that irradiated glass, the uranium glass? What do they call
it
that?
Had
Green
some pretty
glass?
crystals in it, and I think
Yeah.
a diamond. But yeah, I don't remember the ring exactly. But all kinds of good pics. A good time was had. A lot of panels. The big surprise was on top of the planned, because the makeup artist Michael was going to be there, and a couple planned people, Davey, and a few people from the cast going to show up. And then surprise, surprise, rolling up on Saturday afternoon during the panel in the rain. Walton Goggins, Aaron Moden, Jonathan Nolan, some of the cast and crew beyond, like who was planned to be there. They came in, they're waving, they're shaking hands, they're going up, they're serving drinks behind the counter at the Pioneer Saloon.
That is great.
Oh, what a great question.
Walton actually showed up?
Isn't that amazing?
Was
Yeah, they did
Lucy
talk
there?
and
Did you
everything.
say Ella was there too?
No.
Okay.
No Ella, but Aaron and Walton both, and Jonathan, of course, the showrunner.
Wow. That is awesome.
And they gave a little talk, a little speech.
I mean, I know that they kind of humor the fans, it seems to me. Like Walton had like zero clue what the fuck this was before he got involved, right? Like,
he doesn't really play the games. Yeah, and he's admitted as much. He still doesn't play the game, but he appreciates the community.
But he stepped into a world of fervent fandom, and that's pretty cool for an actor,
Oh yeah, I mean they did. That's part of what they live for is
right
that. But and it's also, I mean, they're LA based, which is super close.
Yeah, just a few hours away. You were saying, right?
Yeah.
5 hour,
Yep.
3 hour car ride,
4 hours.
Hey, right in between.
Split the difference. But so the fan celebration, like I said, went really well. There were definitely some logistics issues. I'm sure a lot of people heard about it. The lines are a bit long. There were some changes. So originally the idea was that at Buffalo Bills, aka the Bison Steve, like that's where a lot of the vendor village was going to be, and a lot of the panels were supposed to be there, and in the area with the voice actors. Well, because Buffalo Bills has shut down once or twice over the last couple of years and shut down again this summer briefly. It's under new ownership, and so it's temporarily closed. They'll probably open again soon for real, but they specifically reopened for this. But because of that situation, they couldn't have as much there. And some of the rooms are not in the best shape, and there were a lot of complaints you might have heard. But they had to bus everybody to Goodspring there, which that was always going to be a thing, but the crowds are going to be split, and it made kind of a bit of a logistics issue with that. But they had an area for voice actors, they had an area for the vendors, they had everything set up in Goodspring under tents, but it was a little bit more open to the weather and stuff, so that was some difficulties, but it still all worked out.
Registration lines issue?
Yeah, and it also meant that the rooms for the panels were a little bit smaller too. So, like my friends at the Modus Files, they were doing there was a panel for audio drama podcasts and stuff like that. And so, because Preston was there from True Vault Escapades and a number of other podcasts were there. And so they did a presentation, and that was great. So my Wasteland Theater crew did a presentation on Sunday morning.
Brings the dawn in.
And talked for a bit about that. And yeah, it's not a convention. It is an event, really. It's not as organized as a convention fully, but it's becoming more and more convention-like at this point. I do have a link for the show notes that I think we should share. So we're setting up a folder, the Fallout Fan Celebration kind of shared photo folder, and people can upload photos from the event there, but people can also browse and see photos from the event there. If you're curious and you didn't see them all on social and you want to take a look at other things, you can do this. But what is going to happen with it, Ken is putting together, he's going to use some of these photos in next year's Fallout Day event too. So how we've been having different photo montages and stuff in the Fallout Day event stream. If we do one again next year, some of these will be included. So that's a fun thing. I'll give you the link for that if people want to submit or review photos there. So finally, at that event, they announced not just that they were doing the event again next year, because of course they are. 2026 is going to be November 13th to 15th, so same general time frame. But they also announced an event in West Virginia coming up. Now, this was kind of a surprise because we know that the Power Armor Festival is going to be running an event in Point Pleasant in 2027. But the Fallout Fan Celebration is going to be setting up an event this year, May 2nd and 3rd. Location hasn't been revealed yet. Rumors are strong that it's around the Sutton area. I think that's where it's going to be. But they haven't announced the location yet. They will soon. Tickets are on sale already, though. So if you know you're going to be there, you want to go. It's going to be May 2nd and 3rd, somewhere in West Virginia this year. And we know a few people working on it. I know our friend Dawn, who's done a roundtable with us in the past, and we'll probably be sending in feedback again this season. We rolled her character last week. She's on the committee kind of helping set some stuff up. So I've been getting a little bit of word on what's happening.
Very cool.
Also, Walton was excited to tell everybody that they're go on season 3.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, they greenlit season 3 already. That's fun. This is a cash cow, I guess, now for. But I always wonder, like, how do streaming shows do they question people, like, why did you sign up for our streaming service? Oh, so I could watch Fallout. Like, I don't know how those streaming services directly correlate a specific show's success to their financial, you know what I mean? It just seems
viewership,
weird.
Technically. I mean,
just how many people are watching it, but like
right,
they should really base it on how if
see
people signed up specifically for that show. You know what I mean? Because I watch shit that I have like almost zero interest in sometimes just to have something on. So it's not actually a good indicator of.
But a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people just watch shows that they want to watch, and then again, also the ones you're replaying, they keep you there. So. say you're putting on what's your Ranger show that you watch?
Ranger, Power Ranger, Mighty Morphin, Power Ranger, Go Pink Ranger.
No, your Park Rangers one.
Oh, what, Parks and Recreation?
Oh yeah, Parks and Rec. So like they know you like putting Parks and Rec on in the background. Are they not Rangers?
Technically, I guess some of them might, but they're office workers. It's basically the office in a small Indiana town setting. They work in the government.
All I know is
downtown.
that's when you put on in the background, right?
Yeah,
So.
that's one of them. Yeah, during Halloween, it's always horror movies. Christmas season's Christmas movies. Just have stuff going on in the background. Got that ADD thing where I have to have stimulation from multiple. Gets messy up there.
We know how that is. Yep. Absolutely. So, but that's how they track is basically viewership. So, if they know, for instance, on Prime, Fallout is the second most streamed show last year, over 65 million views. Last time I saw numbers, probably 100,000, 100 million by now.
My favorite thing is when they tell you how successful their show's in based on how many minutes of streaming have occurred on that show. Oh, and up to the says it dropped, it's had 15,600,000,000 minutes watched. You're like, okay, when you're saying it in minutes, you lose all meaning when numbers are expressed in the billions or millions or whatever. That's idiotic. Don't stop expressing it that way.
Yeah, true. It's true. But you can still be comparative, with other shows. So it's doing well. Back to the bits. Do you want to move on to the next thing? We've got a Fallout 4 stuff with the anniversary that came out last week.
All right. Patches. Oh, patches. Is this going to be good?
Well, we got a little more specifics on what's next. So the hot fix
It's better than before.
Yeah. It's better than bad. It's good.
It's long, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's long, it's better than bad, it's good. Everyone wants a log, you're gonna love it long. Come on and get your log, everyone needs a log.
Log from Blammo.
So we got a hot fix earlier this week that fixed a few things, and it should acknowledge what you own for DLC and stuff now on most systems. I think that's better on PlayStation, but I haven't tested it myself. But the big patches are coming up. So the first one's November 24th, so coming up in a few days. And here's what they're currently putting in the November patch right now. So some crash and stability fixes. They're fixing a crash when starting a new game, fixing a crash when quitting an exterior with the Pip-Boy open. You can only access the creations menu on your main account now, or the account that owns it, not like a guest account that causes trouble if you download not under your name. They fixed a crash that occurred when you tried to purchase creation credits on PC because you want to buy stuff, you can't because it crashes when you want to. They fixed a crash when selecting download all Creation Club creations, so now you can actually download a bulk instead of one at a time, like a non-premium Nexus member. That's what it's like for us plebes, right? They fixed the save and load profile, where it now actually saves your exit save properly when you leave the menu. It fixes the infinite loading on Creation Club with Spinny Spin. Switching Xbox user profiles no longer causes soft locks. There's a lot of little things around the Creation Club and all that because, they've only put it in 2 other games, y'all. It's new. But obviously retrofitting in an old game, there are difficulties. Like, I have all sympathy for them. I tease, but I can only imagine, kind of retrofitting a game from 10 years ago with all the new systems. Like, you understand that it's a little bit touchy. And then finally, it's a bunch of UI fixes, mostly about infinite load screens, performance improvements, soft locking, all that fun stuff. But oh, wait, I love this line. In-game creations now respects your load order set by the player, not alphabetical order. It was resetting your load order alphabetically.
Oh, god damn. That could cause all sorts of problems.
But it now respects you.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's...
There was a lot.
Yeah.
That's problematic. That's what that is.
Victor got me going on the...
Did he during Skyrimatic?
Yeah, Skyrimatic.
I don't think that one's out yet. I didn't hear any this week.
Oh, yeah, it might not be. But yeah, I talked about it. Yep.
Fair. And I've got one final thing for y'all. This is actually an article they put up about Fallout 4 console creation. So we are getting the storage increase coming up. And they're actually, originally they said the storage increase for creations might come in the November patch. No, it's coming in the December patch. they're working on too much, but it is coming. And when they do update that, it is again going to reset your load order. So it's going to respect it, but then it won't when the storage update comes out. So here's what you have to do to maintain respect of your load order. I'm still cracking up they use that word. To avoid load order complications, save your console load order prior to the Fallout 4 update. How you do it? Basically, go to Creations menu, go to Load Order menu. At the bottom of the Load Order menu, select Load Order Archive. Click Save Load Order Archive to Bethesda.net. It's a whole menu you can do this on. So you go to the Creations menu, go to your load order, save it to Bethesda.net, and then select Yes. And then save your game. Have a game, save your game at least once since the update came out November 10th. As long as you do that, when you then load your character, it'll keep your load order. Otherwise, it's going to reset it on you and you got to organize it again. Now, us on console, we might not have that many mods, but I mean, I do. My Fallout 4 mod loadout at last check was 115. Well, I actually uninstalled them all, so what am I talking about? But if I were to still have that, it would be around 115 mods, which is not much on PC, but on console, load orders are a pain. If you have one you like, save it. Yeah, Ray.
You want to think that they're a company staffed with professionals, but man, they make that so hard.
I mean, yeah, they're working on a lot. Working hard on Elder Scrolls 6.
Are they though?
They are. Yeah.
I mean, years and years and years away. I know this stuff is hard. I can't do it. I couldn't even make a flag not invisible.
They're professionals.
But
two-sided flag.
I am not a programmer. I've never programmed. I understand programming. I understand people. I know people that are programmers or have been programmers.
Right.
And I know products made by some groups that don't have these problems and products made by some groups that do have these problems.
Yep.
And so, it's just hard to, I mean, I feel bad for them, because I'm sure these people are very proud of products that they make and, proud of the jobs that they do. And they should be, it's amazing stuff, things that we've played thousands of hours.
But rigorous QA is important.
But yeah, if it's better to not put it out than to put it out broken.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. There's a reason why they instituted the public test servers on 76 and stuff like that, because working with the old engine, making these updates, something always goes wrong. And the public test server helps to mitigate that in 76 a bit. And there are still issues, but less. And, Starfield launched. It was the cleanest launch they pretty much ever had as far as bugs go. But there were still hundreds of bugs and things that need fixed, even though it was their best launch. And I think probably Elder Scrolls 6 will be at the level of Starfield with the way they're testing these days and doing. But going back to the old stuff, you still got to pay attention to that too, And it is. I feel like right now they're working on possibly a Fallout 3 remaster. They've got this Fallout 4 update. They've got the team on 76. They've got working on Elder Scrolls. They're working on Starfield support and the next big DLC for that whenever that's coming.
Project Arroyo.
Yeah, there's a lot, but you still got to QA stuff. And you don't want to go, like you're saying, Ray, it's already working. Why break a game that's running really well a year and a half ago for the next gen update? And it did improve some things for console, but this fixing the next gen update did not go as well as we want. But, we'll see by the time the TV show comes out and people are downloading and installing it again, who aren't the hardcore players like us. Hopefully everything's fine, but it might have been better to
Did you say I'm hardcore? You guys, I'm hardcore.
Babe, you are so hardcore. Let's go.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Oh, goodness
no one's ever
gracious.
called me hardcore before.
Next up, we've got the new season coming up for Fallout 76. It's going to be out, and I've mentioned the last couple weeks on Iguana Bits, but it is not coming out with the TV show on the 17th. It is coming out December 2nd. Next season for 76 will be out December 2nd. So this may be the second season I don't finish. I didn't finish season 4, and I might not finish this one. I know you guys aren't probably anywhere near finishing.
I haven't started.
Neither has Ray.
Ray hasn't had the game installed in years, probably.
It's been a while. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, basically a week after the last roundtable.
I'm a little behind. I know most of our crew has scorecationed a month ago. I think Will's at level 200 on the scoreboard.
Good job,
Thank
Will.
you, Mo. Exactly. And I'm somewhere in the 40s because I have not been playing enough 76 lately. But Burning Springs is coming out, and there is a new community calendar as well. So after the Thanksgiving holiday, we now know what's coming up for December, January, February, and March. But the big things like looking ahead in December, Burning Springs update December 2nd. I believe we're getting double XP Thanksgiving weekend too. I know I deleted that calendar. I moved it to another folder, so I don't have that up right now. But we do know the Holiday Scorched, the Jingle Scorched, are coming back December 16th. And then, of course, we're getting double X score and double XP for Christmas. So we'll probably have that both Thanksgiving weekend and Christmas weekend. Then we also have, let's see. Yeah, pretty much it. There was an Ask Me Anything in the Discord today as well for Fallout 76. Mostly went over info that we've talked about before as far as what's coming up in Burning Springs, but they clarified their thought process on some things. So look for info from that soon.
Burning Springs.
I like the name. Yeah, for going to Ohio.
Sounds like there might be pus involved.
Gross.
I had a question for you guys. Are you still doing bits? I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
No,
right.
we've wrapped up the bits. I put them back in the Tupperware. They're going to save some
Get
for
back
later.
in that jar.
Yep.
We got Thanksgiving coming up this week. What, off the top of your head, is the most Thanksgiving-y thing you can do in the Mojave Wasteland? There's not turkey outfits. There's no pilgrim stuff. There's none of that stuff you can do in 76 and all that. So if I wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving in the Mojave Wasteland, where would I go? What would I do? What would I wear? What are the Thanksgiving-y things to do in the game? And I know
you could go to the Gomorrah, and no, not that. You could go to the big table and sit with the family there. You know. Oh,
Do they
yeah.
get eaten or
Actually,
something?
have a meal with the White Glove Society.
Ooh, gross.
Go to the Ultralux. You know, they got a big old table laid out, a big old spread.
They got a good spread, do they? Not to make this a pilgrims and natives thing, but are there any? I know it's in the American Southwest. Are there any like Native American themed locations or anything like that?
Red Rock Canyon, the Great Khans.
Great Khans?
Yeah, and he's got a good table too.
Yeah,
Celebrate
I mean, if you
Thanksgiving with
really
Papa Khan.
Yeah. Or you can go into
Papa Khan.
You know, the Zion Valley and visit the White Lakes.
Oh, that DLC?
Yeah.
They're not
Right.
the most welcoming.
The cool wall paintings and such. That's neat, yeah.
But Thanksgiving themed, like, yeah, I'm thinking family meals. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Family meals.
the-
Where can I get a turkey leg? Am I going to get a turkey leg anywhere? No turkey legs? How about
Go pet Snuffles. Go feed a turkey leg to Snuffles. He'll appreciate it.
We'll go to the Thrashers. We'll hop in 76 and go Thrasher hunting in our pilgrim outfits or something. Yeah. All right. That's how we're going to do Thanksgiving. Okay, let's look. So what do we got on the agenda? Looks like that wraps up everything on the show. Was there anything else you guys would like to bring up before we sign off for the evening?
I'm just really looking forward to people's feedback next week. I know we got a lot of
Yeah.
people playing along, a lot of feedback to get through. Going to be great. Remember, your 5-minute feedback, try to keep it 5 minutes or less. We're talking through the tutorial quests and My Kind of Town, going up to Nipton. If you want to throw in extra tidbits, of course you can. You know, the guys all do, but try to keep it 5 minutes or less, especially for the first couple feedbacks. We might have a lot of them. Otherwise, yeah, this has been a longer show than usual as we're getting back into the habit of talking through the quests and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the keys is to, not to, play by play, but, give the flavor of your character. What stuff do you do that's different? What kind of quirky stuff worked out for those, those specials that you got?
Yeah, and how has the random character generator forced you to do things in a different way than you usually would?
Right. I know some people definitely tried to get, play outside their usual play style, and specifically asked us to roll them characters outside their usual play style, which is good.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of why this whole roundtable thing started, was to try to get different viewpoints on this stuff. All right, guys. Send us your feedback into the Fallout feed at gmail.com. Looking forward to everyone's feedback. All right. Jess and all of her many projects can be found at Sleep is 4T. Jess, thank you so much for hopping on this week.
It's been great, and happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Ray can be found at RayLB, also at BBCISSS for the Butcher, Baker, Candlemaker in Space, the No Man's Sky podcast. Ray, thank you so much for hopping on.
Well, good times. I should have an episode coming out soon.
Great.
But then it's going to be a little bit because we've got scheduling conflicts into, mid to late December. So.
Oh, no. Well, hopefully you get some space turkey on the episode this week then. Ray, thanks so much for hopping on.
Thank you.
I can be found in the Facebook group, starting to dabble a little bit in the Discord. Check our Discord out for a live Perceptive Pigcorn every week. People have been playing to get their names tossed in the hat. I'm going to start sending out some Fallout Feed prize posse, stuff, knickknacks for your little collection shelf and stuff. So go ahead and join in our Discord as well. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed, and we will see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com. where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
I have stopped sucking. Boobenstein does New Vegas.
So she emptied the box out.
Perks are quirky.
Sorry to absquatulate.
You craft most of the drugs at the fire.